8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Tune in.
This is your Friday Night Lights podcast, photo and entertainment in Middle Georgia sales and services. Coke, don't worry about Pepsi.
I had to go see a man about a minute.
Look at here, look at here.
A-Town down.
And you better not lose.
Tune in.
Not so fast, my friend.
Better say it with your chest.
Come on now, shout it.
And you better not lose.
Hey, you better watch your mouth now.
I am a Lego.
Better shut your mouth.
Yes, I am. I don't mean to interrupt.
Better say it with your chest.
Let's get it.
And you better not lose.
What's happening, people? What's happening?
Not much. What's good? What's good?
How you doing? Didn't see y'all Monday. Well, I saw you Monday, Mike, but
Yeah, it was good seeing y'all.
good seeing you too. But yeah, we didn't have a show today. What's going on, y'all? You know, with all the different games going on and everything, when the finalized, we decided. Okay, put yourself on mute. Yeah.
I got him.
Okay. So, you know, we weren't able to meet Monday, but we're here on Wednesday to talk to y'all. I hope y'all come on in and say hello to us. We're here. I don't see anybody yet, but I'm sure you're coming. So this is the first podcast we've done since the storm. Pray everybody is safe. I know some of our listeners were hit pretty hard, so continued prayers for you all, and we pray that your power is restored and everything. You know, it was just tough. So
It was, and I can only imagine. As you say, prayers out to everyone in South Georgia that was affected. I don't know, but I'm just gonna throw it out there anyway. South Carolina, North Carolina, prayers out to you guys also, and Florida,
and Tennessee. Yep.
Most definitely.
Prayers to all of you. Hey, what's going on, Maine, Burke County? Welcome. Who y'all play this weekend? Is it Laney? Y'all play this weekend? Or Thompson?
Who we talking about? Burke County?
Yeah.
Oh, they got Thompson this weekend.
Okay. That's gonna be I think that'll be a pretty good one. Well, welcome to the show, Maine. Tell your folks to tune in.
Go ahead, like it. Go ahead and share the stream to your personal page so your peoples can tune in for us. But now that we got that out the way, let me see. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday was very, very interesting in high school football.
Yes, it was.
It definitely was.
I had some things go down, had some games that happened, and we had some ridiculous performances that was displayed on the gridiron. We had some records broken over the weekend.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
it was interesting.
I mean, I definitely want to talk about this one. When we get the time, and when we get the time and stuff. The kid from I don't want to get this wrong, so I want to make sure I get this right. The quarterback that plays for who did Perry play?
New Hampstead.
Yeah, quarterback from New Hampstead. That kid put on a performance, a state record type of performance in his game.
Man, that whole entire game was interesting. to say the least. 80 points. It was. I don't know.
And the,
Maine said
oh,
he thinks they canceled the game, which makes sense because over there that way they still don't have power in Augusta. I don't think so. Prayers
okay.
out to them as well. Augusta, Grovetown, all of that. I don't think they have power yet.
Oh, okay. But yeah, that dude put up some crazy numbers, man. And for a single game record, what this kid did was crazy. I mean, the kid put up 635 yards and 6 touchdowns
Man, man.
in a 80-47 loss.
And get this. Um 35 of those 80 points. Because normally you say somebody threw for 600 yards. Oh, they definitely won, right?
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah, but 35 of those points scored by Perry were defensive touchdowns and special team scores. And how often is that? So in a normal game, you know, it wouldn't be like that. But yeah.
It was a normal guy.
I mean,
Don't,
how many games have that many have that many defensive scores and special team? You don't have how many games do you have 5 defensive touchdowns and special team touchdowns combined? That's
okay, I'm gonna say two, and these are two I'm gonna say: the Perry New Hampstead game and the Cooler and who they played Meadow Creek
uh-huh.
last week when they put up 90 points.
And
That
then
was
the
that
Central
was Duluth.
Yeah,
Duluth.
Duluth and Meadow Creek when they put up 90 points.
But somebody did put up 70 Central Gwinnett and somebody. Well, no, Monday's Meal lost 70 to something.
Now
So
I will say this for the quarterback at New Hampstead, Mr. What's his name? Rashawn True, something like that.
mhm.
Now now here's the stat line. He was 38 for 68, 635 yards passing, 6 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
Mm. How many Morris has welcome Morris, how you doing? He said how many yards did he have at halftime? I'm not sure about that.
Man, you're asking too many questions now.
You leave that man alone. He's supposed to ask. How you doing, Corey? He said his son went for 354 all-purpose yards. Shout out to him. Number I don't give me the line. I don't want to say his
Number
number.
9.
Number 9. Okay. Yeah. What's going on, Mr. Welch? Shout
Hey,
out, shout out to your baby. That's a big deal too. 354 all-purpose yards.
Yes.
now I'm understanding what you're saying because Perry only put up 7 offensive touchdowns in that whole game.
That's what I said.
No. I'm it's really coming into vision now what you're saying, what you said, and that's what I'm getting at.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I'm getting at is seven offensive touchdowns. And I'm like, if New Hampstead could have played good special teams and not no pick sixes, and got a rushing touchdown here or there,
Mm-hmm.
it would have been cool. But what people aren't talking about is New Hampstead cannot run the ball for nothing in that game.
The
New
killer.
Hampstead was 11 for 44, 11 carries for 44 yards as a team.
Ooh. A team?
It's a tough sled running against Perry front seven anyway, but New Hampstead is a passing team, so
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying, as a team, they was 11 carries for 44 yards.
That's not good. Um, and they need and like both of them need to work on some defense.
Well, Perry needs to work on their secondary because
Mm-hmm.
this is the funniest stat to me out the whole game, right? New Hampshire got a receiver, Kamari Maxwell, right?
Mm-hmm. Number 21.
Yeah. Guess how many catches he had?
21.
21.
A
Wow.
For
300
three
and what,
for
6?
Huh?
306.
302. 302 yards and 3 touchdowns.
So that's over 1,000. Is that over 1,000 yards of total offense for them?
No,
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 because the passing
no.
yards for 600, baby, is included in the 300 receiving.
Oh,
So
okay.
remember, so they had 704 yards of total offense, passing and rushing. Passing, they threw for passing. It was 660 because they brought in the backup for the backup came in and threw 4 passes, and then rushing they had 44 yards. So 704 yards of total offense by New Hampstead, and this is really lopsided, right? But Perry for themselves, when you add, when you look at their yardage, they had 501 total offense.
Okay. So what was the score after the third quarter? How you doing, Mr. McKelvin?
Oh, walking into the third quarter,
Mm-hmm.
this is I'm just gonna call out the numbers. This is what New Hampstead had going into the third quarter. Going into the third quarter, it was that 34. It was 41. The score was 41 to 42, 41 to 59
So they were
at the
up
end
by
of
18
the
points.
third quarter. Going into halftime, it was 27-42 going into halftime.
Okay. So they had a 2-score lead, basically. Perry did throughout the majority of the game, 2 to 3 score
Yeah,
lead.
yeah. And now you want to talk about ball control. I don't know how this happens with a pass happy team like New Hampstead, but New Hampstead put up 92 plays offensively. For a high school team to run 92 plays, you would think that they were a running team.
Not really,
Mm-hmm.
bro. When you think about the fact that Perry was a lot of quick strike on kick returns and interceptions and fumble returns, so they gave them more of the offense. They had the ball, majority of the game because of that.
And and I'm with you on that. But what I'm going off of is just you know nothing about either team, right? All you're looking at is the box score. You don't know the score. You're just looking at the box score. You see a team running 92 plays, you would think that they would have dominated in that game if you did not know who or what you were looking at. You see a team have 33 first downs in one game. It's unheard of. You would think that they dominated that game, but they didn't.
What's
It's just
going
the
on,
stat
Mr.
line of that
Lewis?
game is funny.
Yeah, it was when I saw the score, I was like, what is going on? And then, I talked to some people in Perry that kind of gave a little perspective. I was like, okay, I can see how that happened. But it's just that is, I just would have never expected it to be like that. How you doing, Mr. Hurst? Yeah, I had a tough loss this weekend, but bounce back. I'm sure you will. Did I tell you hello, Mr. McKelvin? How you doing down there in Ware County? I pray all of you all are safe and getting back to normal as well.
Mm-mm-mm.
That's a lot. So I know, like I said, I know we weren't on Monday. It's just been really, really crazy. It's been a crazy week or so. So, with people making with the weather and people making up games and they're gonna play a game, then they're not gonna play a game. It was just convoluted and confusing. So all of us were at a game on Monday. Well, the majority of us were at a game on Monday. So again, we're back here Wednesday and we're trying to squeeze everything in one episode. So I don't know what we got.
Well, let me see. Do a little recap from last week. And, we're going to try and condense the show, do a recap from last week, and talk about what we got coming up this week. That's the intent for tonight's show, and have some good stimulating conversation and debates in between.
Okay, well, let's do it.
Okay. Well, I don't know what game y'all. I'm not gonna speak. It's one game I'm not gonna speak on as of yet. That's for sure. But I'm gonna say that one until after the Wizard comes through.
What game that is, I wonder.
Oh, it was in South Georgia.
And
My,
we'll
my,
look at
my.
right there.
Southwest Georgia or Southeast Georgia? Was it
It's South.
Southeast
Um,
Georgia? Southwest Georgia or Southeast Georgia?
No, it was Southeast Georgia. I mean Southwest Georgia.
Southwest.
okay,
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I think I
yeah,
know what you're talking about.
okay. So we're gonna
This
hold
is
that one
getting
off.
messy.
Yeah, it is because and the reason I'm getting messy with it is because I tried to tell them myself, they didn't want to listen. The Wizard tried to tell them, they didn't want to listen. So a particular quarterback had to tell them for us and to make them understand what was going on. So,
Um,
but with
you
that
already
being
on their
said,
list, Thirst. Calm down.
man, I'm not on their list. That's the radio broadcast. But I'm just repeating what I heard through the radio broadcast when I was listening to the game on the radio on Saturday because the Facebook Live that I was looking at um kept pausing on me, so I ended up going to the radio broadcast. But oh, before we move forward, I forgot. Just so everybody know our rankings. We didn't put rankings out this week because of the way the schedules went down, games went down this week. So we will redo and issue out updated rankings on Monday after this weekend's game. So basically, what that means is we're going to take the past 2 weeks into consideration on Sunday and adjust our rankings accordingly from that way, just so everyone knows and understands. So they're not looking for our rankings. Okay. So with that being said, it was a few games I did want to see this past weekend that got canceled, and I'm very disappointed they got canceled or postponed to a new date. One of the games I was looking forward to seeing was the Savannah Christian and Blessed Trinity game.
And
I was
what
It got
looking
happened
for,
during the
canceled.
schedule?
huh?
It got canceled.
Yeah, they had canceled the They canceled the game, but hopefully they make it up at the last in that extended week in the season. Which reminds me something we need to talk about. You guys want to speak on this on the GHSA extending the season an extra week to allow teams to make up games?
Real quick, I got to shout out Dr. Scott for allowing that because it give a lot of teams the opportunity to make up those games. It give a lot of teams time to get their players healed and everything. And with the percentage thing that's going on, it gotta allow us uh, the right amount of games so that somebody don't have the advantage if they don't have enough games.
Yeah.
So I'm all for it. I just feel for those teams that felt like they had to get those games in. The games that were either played on Wednesday or Saturday
Mm.
or even Monday. And there's a game today, right? Oh, yesterday, right?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
so I think it's a great idea, but I think it kind of sucks for those teams that felt like they had to get those games in. Because I know for a fact, some of those kids on that TCC team going to Lee County on this past Saturday were still without power. So it kind of sucks that they had to. And I'm not making excuses for anybody or anything, but I really think that it should have been implemented a little sooner.
Mm.
And I do agree with you on that, sis. I wish the GHSA had just came out and said this entire week is canceled. We're going to adjust the season, and these games will be played November 8th, the weekend of November 8th. So, but here's the good side of it though. For teams that did play those games this weekend and whose seasons will end November 1st, you get an extra week off you get a week off going into the playoffs, which
Mm-hmm.
would allow your team one to heal up and get prepared for that first round of playoffs coming up November 15th to 16th. So if you look at it, it's kind of like the way the state title games were last year, where teams had anywhere from 8 to 12 days off in between games.
Mm-hmm.
So it will benefit those that did play games over last week and Monday and Tuesday, to where they don't have to worry about making it up the weekend of November 8th. They get that week off. You don't have a playoff game as you was originally slated for. You got an extra week in the regular season to get healed up, and you have your normal playoff. And now you're back to your normal playoff of 5 games in 5 weeks, meaning you actually get to play Thanksgiving weekend now instead of having that week off during the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So I do want to commend Arthur Blank and the Mercedes-Benz organization for being able and letting JHSA um, do this adjustment, because at the end of the day, we was thinking, a lot of us, I know I was thinking, that they was going to push back the finals, push everything back a week, but luckily they didn't. So, but I'm glad everything will work out, and a lot of these division games got to get played. They got to play these region games at the end of the day, regardless.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be beneficial for those teams that did feel the need to play those games this past week and Monday and Tuesday. Get them out the way. Let's get it done and over. Now, a lot of teams do have a short turnaround. They turn around from Monday, Tuesday, to playing games on Friday, and some games got moved to Saturday. So yeah, this is the bad of
my
it.
question. Shit, I forgot to quit. Oh, when are the finals at the Mercedes-Benz gonna go back to the weekend as opposed to the beginning of the week?
I thought it was gonna be this year, but evidently it's Monday through Wednesday again this week.
It surely is.
Well, you got to understand, the NFL schedule is made 2 to 4 years in advance anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing. And then I don't know how the Major League Soccer do their schedule, but I'm assuming they do it well in advance.
Mm-hmm.
So give it time. Give it time.
I
Give it
guess
time.
so. How you doing, Editionn? Welcome. And I know you working late today, but so glad you're able to make it in. And how you doing, Danny? Hope everything's all right over there in Texas.
So I'm just looking at the Falcons schedule right now, just to make sure I ain't missing something. And it looks like whenever I get this thing to load up. But it looks like the Falcons, um, that weekend of the 20, what is it, weekend of the 20th,
Mm-hmm.
December 20th, might have a game. And the reason I'm saying might is because of the Carolina. They don't have an actual date stuck in for Carolina.
Okay.
But
You gotta think of the
I know they do have a home game the 22nd against the Giants. The Giants come here on December 22nd. So, i.e., hence, they knew well in advance that they had a home game that weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like I say, on Monday, the Falcons are playing on Monday the 16th, but they're playing in Las Vegas, playing the Raiders in Las Vegas on prime time. But I don't know. It would have been kind of tough working around that Giants game on a Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that's the only reason I can see them not doing it the weekend this year. Maybe next year it'll be the weekend. Be back on the weekend.
I prefer that.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Well, I ain't worried about this year. I ain't got to take no days off from work this year.
Well, it don't matter to me. I'll be there.
Me too, sis.
Whether they approve my time off or not, I'm in the building.
Yep, I'm putting it in too.
Yeah, I ain't taking no time off. The only way I'll take time off is if, you know what, I guess I am taking time off. Thomasville coming up here, huh?
Yep.
Okay,
Sure
I'll take
better be.
time off. I'll take time off to go watch them. But that's that. So back to what I was getting at. Games throughout the week. Yeah, I really wanted to see Savannah Christian and Blessed Trinity play last week. I was actually looking forward to that game. And then I was looking forward to Irvin County and Clinch County playing also. But we
Yeah.
gotta wait till October 18th for that one.
Mm-hmm. Was Fitzgerald and Appleton rescheduled? I know that wasn't a region game, but I don't know if it was rescheduled.
I haven't heard anything. Last thing I got was it was canceled altogether.
Okay.
Is our number one Appleton fan on tonight?
Yeah,
And you
that's what
tell
I
us.
was. That's what I was
No,
saying. I don't know if any games will be canceled, so they probably just hadn't got a rescheduled date yet. But I
Well,
don't think
see,
it's gonna be canceled.
but
the
here's the
main game.
thing: they might be playing because they're out of school. I mean, when I tell you that part of Georgia was trashed,
Yeah,
they
I'm
they're
sorry to
not.
interrupt you, babe, but real quick, Wayne County is actually coming up to play Perry Monday
Yeah,
because it was a home game for Wayne. Perry had to travel down to Wayne County, but now Wayne is gonna come up and play them on Monday.
yeah. So they won't probably won't be playing this weekend either. And maybe they'll play on maybe they'll play on Monday. I don't know. I just I just pray that the power is restored, the people get hot water, and they're able to just get back to some sense of normalcy.
Amen to that.
Your question has been answered. And that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah. So has the Appleton County and Fitzgerald game been canceled or rescheduled? Eyes.
I don't. I don't see an
It's the
answer.
eyes for me.
That's all I see is eyes. I don't see no answer to the question. But
No,
um
that wasn't the initial question.
uh
It's canceled.
okay, cool.
This is not a region game. I don't
So
guess it's
I don't expect them
necessary.
to make it up.
Lowndes versus Colquitt this Friday.
Oh,
Okay.
we're gonna get into that. Oh, we're gonna get into that here in a second for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
Shout out to Valdosta too. They were hit pretty bad too.
I know in 3A, I really want to see that Cherokee Bluff or Coney County game. I really wanted that game to go down in 3A. And any word on Benedictine and Ware County? They're probably gonna make that up at the end of the season. What y'all think?
They more than likely they will.
Well, um, Appleton and Fitzgerald's canceled.
Yeah. And they're
Yeah,
not region opponents, so they just have 9 games. But I wonder how that's gonna affect their power rankings.
That's why I
I don't
say
know.
I don't understand that game being canceled with no makeup date, especially when a week has been extended. Those are region foes. You can't just say, "Oh, we're gonna cancel a game," and that's gonna be the end of it. Like that
They're
don't
not
make
in
any
the same
sense.
region.
They
They're
hadn't
not.
got in the region play yet. Appleton and Fitzgerald ain't in the same region.
Yeah, they're not in the
No, they're
same
not in the
region.
same region. Apple and them gets in the region play um um on the 11th next week against. They open up with Chris County.
The Ware game is going to be on the 18th. Kenneth Hurst says, "Thank you so much, Mr.
Okay,
Hurst."
so they're gonna do it on the 18th. Okay, cool. But yeah, I'm looking. I really want to see that one. Benedictine and Ware County go at it. That's gonna be a great one.
We're gonna have an interesting podcast that Friday the 18th. We pray that we have service because some of us will be coming from Bainbridge, so you might have to hold it down by yourself, depending
Uh,
on how the service is.
hold on. You talking to me?
Uh huh.
I gotta hit you with the Clay Davis on that one. Look, man, I'm gonna be in South Georgia myself.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in South Georgia myself. I got to travel that weekend.
What's going on, J-Bo? How you doing, Carver Columbus Tiger? Welcome, welcome, welcome to you. Um, okay, well we'll make it do what it do. All I'm saying, I'm not saying that we're not gonna do it. I'm just saying that we will be in a car and we'll
Yeah.
be on back roads, and I don't know how my service will be.
So I do got a question for y'all about games from last week. I know we always looking forward to Camden County and Valdosta going down last week. So I'm just curious, who y'all think would have won that game
Who?
between Camden County and Valdosta? Remember that? Now the game is going to be played on the 18th of October, so we got to wait 16. We got to wait 2 weeks. But if that game was played on Friday or this past weekend, who you think would have won?
I'm
Shout out to
thinking Valdosta because it was in Valdosta. Yeah,
I think so.
yeah, Valdosta.
Okay.
It would have been a good game.
Oh, for
Because I
sure.
mean, I've listened to, and this is what I'm gonna say. I don't know if Camden's gonna be that pressured this year, but I have heard their coach, and coach speak is coach speak. But from the snippets that I've seen of this man talk, he knows what he's talking about. He's gonna get those kids to buy into the system, and you might have to watch out for Camden County in the years to come.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this: we ain't gotta wait. I just verified something. We ain't gotta wait till the 18th. We getting that game this weekend.
This Saturday, yeah,
Yeah,
that's what Kenneth said. Ken, you keeping me up with that? You keeping me abreast of all these changes. Thank you, sir. Valdosta versus Camden is this Saturday.
man.
That's gonna be a good
Ooh,
game. I
yeah, it is.
What time is the game? Is it at night? And the reason that I ask is that I'll be in Jacksonville Saturday afternoon, but I'll be coming through Valdosta probably around 7.
Oh, you right on time there. You gonna see the light. Hold on, which one is about 75? Is that Lounge or Valdosta about
That's
75?
Lounge,
Oh, well,
but it ain't
why
nothing to
you
get nobody.
oh, so you go down 75 to go to Jacksonville?
I do. I don't go through Waycross and all that. No.
Okay.
yeah, you go straight down 75, ride that joker down to I-10 and go west.
Yeah, I can't. I try to avoid Waycross at all costs. No. No offense. I just don't like that. I just don't like that road.
Huh.
Oh, it's at 1 p.m. and it's free. Oh well, I won't be at that one. Yeah, it's a region game, Mr. Shields. It is.
Yeah.
It's at
Oh,
1 p.m.
and that region about to get live right now because everybody walking in the region play undefeated. If I'm not, I believe
Everybody
everybody still.
the top three, Colquitt has a loss, but Camden, Valdosta, and Lowndes do not.
Yeah,
And Rich
Crawford the
and
only one.
throw Richmond Hill in there too now.
Oh, that's
Richmond Hill
right.
has a loss, don't it? Then they lose.
No, Richmond Hill ain't lost to nobody yet.
Wow.
That's
That's
So
what I'm
right now,
crazy.
saying.
Crawford sitting on the outside looking in. Then I know they're
Yeah,
not in region play, but still.
yeah, you got 4 teams sitting there undefeated right now.
Yeah. Now let me ask you: Does anybody think that Lowndes County is fool's gold? Just a question.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Yes.
Okay. I mean, they might prove it because one thing about it, they're undefeated at this juncture. Momentum and confidence is a thing.
Man, I don't care how you spin it. Lions ain't played nobody.
Okay.
They this non-region schedule that they just went through. Do you want? Okay. Do you want to hear who they played against so far?
Bro,
Mm-hmm.
I don't. The fact that Lowndes played, the Lowndes had Mount Zion and Jonesboro lined up across the line of scrimmage from them is enough to let me know Lowndes ain't did nothing this year.
Thank you. Thank
Shout
you.
out
And
to
that's
Mount Zion.
no,
Shout out to the
you
Mount
know,
Zion Bulldogs.
you know what? I'm with you on that. I'm gonna have to get a shout out to Mount Zion also. But that's the thing. And you know what? For those fans that don't know, I'm gonna tell you. So far, the 5 games that Lions has played: Jenkins 49-7, Mount Zion and Jonesboro 62-0, Central Gwinnett 46-13, uh, Manatee out of Florida 30-15, Kale 35-13. They ain't playing nobody. They non-region schedule is wet toilet tissue.
Okay.
That's
So
why I'm telling you now. This is my receipt. Lions is fool's gold.
okay. So they're gonna be on the outside looking in, not making the playoffs, is what you're saying.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you on this one. I put more stock in Richmond Hill's non-region schedule than I do Loud's
Okay.
right now. And I'm just gonna and this is why I say this. I want you Richmond Hill, Glen Academy, Everglades out of Florida, New Hampstead, Wayne County, and Buckholz out of Florida.
Okay.
I
Let's
put more
see.
stock in Richmond Hill's non-region schedule than I do Loud's. I think Richmond Hill is more real, is better goal than Loud's right now.
Okay.
Until they play head to head October 25th.
Mr. Hurst says they're coming to the hog pen. It's a hostile environment. He lives there.
Oh, Lounge? Oh, yeah, on Friday night. Yeah, that's a good. I mean, it's gonna
I
be a good game for both teams. It's gonna be a good game for both teams at the end of the day.
Okay. Okay, now let me say this real quick. Don't count Colquitt County out because they lost to Lee County. We see what Lee County was able to do against
No,
another team. So I
it,
still
it's
think Valdosta and Colquitt are 1 and 2 in that region.
it's the Northwood net loss for me with when it comes to Colquitt County. It was that Northwood net loss that threw me for a loop. Cause ain't
but
no way. How often has Colquitt County lost to a North Georgia team in the hog pen?
North Gwinnett ain't no punk though.
At the end of the day, it's still North Gwinnett. North
Okay.
Gwinnett, the name North Gwinnett. How long has it been since they moved the needle?
Well, they're a pretty good team this year, though.
I'm with you on that.
And I mean, Northwood Net and some polls are number 2, bro.
I'm with you on that. And I'm not taking anything away from North Gwinnett, but what I'm saying is, me personally, I think Colquitt County underestimated North Gwinnett. Now, Lee County, we expected what happened against Lee County. We expected it, but they played Lee County very good when you consider 47-35. Okay, cool. Y'all played Lee County. All right. But going in with me, my personal opinion, I think they're gonna get loud. Now Valdosta, that's a different story. Because now, after you've played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight home games, you finally now you finally having to prove yourself on the road. And guess what? You also got a Camden County team on the road. So those 2 games gonna be the true test for Colquitt County, if you ask me, when they go on the road to play Valdosta and a Camden County. So not taking nothing away from, like I say, North Gwinnett nor Lee County, but Colquitt, y'all been comfortable. Y'all been comfortable for the last 5 weeks. It's time for you to step outside the house and get some fresh air. And I think Valdosta and Camden County gonna give y'all a nice punch of fresh air.
You mean time for Lowndes to step out of the house?
No, Colquitt County. 6 straight home games. We talked about this in the preseason.
Oh, I'm sorry, I
Like
just got back.
Colquitt County has been at home. They will be at home 6 straight weeks before they get on the road. And they don't get
Mhm.
on the road until they get in the region play on the play Valdosta.
What's let me say hello to these people. What's going on, Lee? How you doing? Mayor versus Persis versus Trinity Christian. I hope y'all can get it back together. 4A state champion in the building. What's going on, Mr. Watkins? Mr. Hurst says they gave Lee 21 points on turnovers. So
I mean, you can't turn the ball over when you're playing Lee. Lee, if that's the case with Colquitt County did, Lee County proved it again last week. You just cannot turn the ball over to them and expect to win a game.
yeah.
And that's one of the things that hurt TCC last week was turnovers. Three interceptions to the same dude, but we're gonna get into that later
Okay. So what we gonna get into now? Where
though.
your buddy?
He right here. He just walked up. Came in out that broomstick.
How you doing, Mr. Wizard?
Hey, y'all looking for me?
Yes, we were. You doing
Oh,
okay?
yeah. How y'all doing?
Everybody
Okay.
good, Mr. Wilson. How about you?
Man,
How you doing, Mr. Bud? How Mr. McDaniel? Still praying for y'all down there in Douglas.
I ain't gonna lie. I missed y'all. I missed
We
y'all Monday. I ain't know what to do with myself. Yeah.
okay. I can only imagine what you did do, but we're back now.
Well, you gonna have.
No,
I
no,
think
we
you got
don't
an idea
hear.
of what I did.
We don't even want to hear it, baby. Just
Okay.
we glad to see you. We glad to see you Wednesday, darling.
Okay. So I did show my private parts, but we're gonna talk about private for week 7. Week 7, private division or classification teams, however y'all want to say it. I went 7-0 for the teams that did play. No upsets. Everybody won as expected.
Good job.
Okay. I'm gonna keep it going. D2. Everybody performed as expected except for Early County. I really did not see Early County getting upset by Seminole County, but it did happen. So hats off to Seminole County. I guess they trying to bounce back.
Okay.
So just so everyone knows, the numbers in parentheses is the actual score, and the numbers outside of the parentheses is my prediction. Okay. D1. Everybody performed as expected except for that Commerce team. Commerce was supposed to lose to Elbert County. Elbert County let me down.
Mm-hmm. So when is Northeast and Dublin gonna play again? They gonna play at the end?
Well, last time I heard it was supposed to be October 11th. I don't know if it changed or not.
Okay, because that's gonna be a good one too. How you doing, Mr. Stone? Welcome. Hope everything's going okay over there in Waco.
All right, moving on. 2A. With the games that were played, they all went as expected and helped me go 5-0. So what I did try and do though was, if you look in the middle, you might see a date. That date was, or the proposed makeup date for the game, just so you know what you're looking at.
CCD?
That means canceled.
Oh, are you talking about the WED?
No, that's Wednesday.
Okay, I'm lost. I'm gonna be quiet.
So you got, like, if you look at Stevens County and Franklin County, they ended up playing on 30 September.
Ah, you so smart.
Snapping thoroughly.
You know what? I'm gonna go on to 3A. I'm gonna go to 3A.
Because we doing something right now.
Okay. Anybody know what happened with Northwest Whitfield? Because I did not see them losing the heritage of Ringo.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. And I think everybody know the Cairo Bainbridge game was suspended and it's supposed to be finished off on the 7th of October.
That's true. Why didn't they? Well, never mind. I don't guess they
I
wanted to
think
proceed.
well, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm sorry for this, but yeah, me and old girl was riding through that part of town on the broom, and we hit something in the clouds that we weren't supposed to hit, and it caused some lightning.
Oh, that was y'all.
Yeah, we do apologize for that, Cairo and Bainbridge.
Sit your head down somewhere.
Well, you know we like to get out on the weekend. But I went 3-1 and 3A.
What's going on, Mr. Jones? How you doing? Nikki Stone said it was bad in Washington County. I sure do hate that. I pray y'all get back to normal soon.
Yes. 4A. Yeah. I thought East Coweta was gonna bounce back and get one in this weekend on Cambridge, but it didn't happen. Cambridge won. So overall in 4A for the week, I went 4-1.
Okay.
$5A. Yeah. Who is that? Them folks from the county? Ain't that what they call themselves?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Y'all gonna learn to listen to me. I tried to be nice and give you a 4-point loss instead of a 14-point loss that you decided to give yourself. But y'all gonna learn to listen to me. I told you I got to do Magic 8 Ball. With that being said, in 5A I went 5-0 overall.
Hell no.
And I think I got a good prediction. I think I got a good prediction coming up this week.
Oh my God, I almost died. Why'd you do that?
I'm sorry.
Something went down my throat wrong.
Oh, did you spill your yak on your $300 suit?
But the jokes behind that one.
I'm trying not to go there.
Leave that alone.
I'm just waiting to get to get back to private division soon. Okay, 6A.
Okay.
I
only
found one game in 6A
stop disrespecting me. You go on and just watch that game you at.
Okay.
Stop disrespecting me. Go ahead.
Only thing I found was one game being played this past weekend in 6A, and that was Douglas County thrashing Columbia as predicted. So I went 1-0 in 6A. Mm-hmm. With that being said, overall for the week, I went 35-4, which is helping me hold off on having 100 losses until week 10.
Okay. What's going on? What's going on, Mr. Walker? Again, praying for y'all down there in Douglas. Coffee did beat Northside 41-0. I'm so glad you got lights, Mr. Walker. That's a blessing. Mr. Wembley, welcome. Yes, y'all came to the mat. Welcome to Middle Georgia. He said those Trojans went and handled business with Northside. Mr. Thomas, who you represent? I don't think I've seen you before, but welcome. What am I chewing on? It must be
you don't want to know.
How you doing, Mr. Robert? It is good, Mr. Thomas.
Okay, I'm not gonna get in trouble tonight, so I'm gonna get through my week 8 predictions.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop disrespecting me.
And just so everyone knows and understands, I'm sorry about the pickles, but it's not my fault. It's the fault of what's that lady name that just came through here, Helen? It's her fault that the pickles were canceled due to games being canceled or postponed to later dates. Okay. My week 8 predictions. This is what I have. I expect everyone in the top 10 in private schools. I gotta be careful with that word, private. Private schools to handle their business this week. I expect Fellowship Christian to blow out St. Francis. And the only team, actually, I'm gonna put 2 teams on upset alert. And one of them is gonna make y'all scratch your head. I'm putting Cavalry Day on upset alert. And I'm putting Wesleyan on upset alert.
You know what? That's not really far fetched. I'm okay with that. Mr. Benjamin, welcome to the podcast. I'm a Southwestern Cab graduate. We have struggled for years since Coach Buck left. May I ask when you all come on? Well, normally, like this week we didn't because everything is so crazy. But normally, we're on Mondays and Wednesdays around 7ish. And then on Fridays, we come on after the games are over. So around 11ish. So during football season, we're on like 3 times a week. And then, after the football season is over, we take a month or 2 off and then we start doing once a week till it's football season again. But welcome, and we're so glad that you decided to join us tonight. Who is Tim Tebow, Mr. Hurst? Okay, Mr. Thomas is
The
Vidalia
quarterback from Lee.
Athletics. Oh,
Tim
okay.
Tebow Jr.
Okay. Well, welcome Vidalia Athletics. Bernard Collins, why would he have to come in here on Fridays? We don't do nothing special on Friday, Mr. Benjamin.
We be cussing.
I said it ain't nothing special.
It just depends. You never know.
All depends on how your team went. Okay, real fast. D2. I do expect a couple of upsets in D2 in the top 10 this week. Bowden, I expect them to lose to Manchester. And I want to put Clinch on upset alert against Charlton County. And then Jenkins County loses in a close one in McIntosh County Academy. With Irving County
Manchester and Bowden play?
Yeah, I want to see that. I might fly down there for that one.
Oh man!
So
and they're at
Bowden
Manchester.
might see the Wizard.
Okay. Yeah, I see Brooks County's gonna bounce back. Is it are Brooks? Is that a region game for them?
I think so. I think most everybody's in region play right now except for a few. But
Okay.
Fort Brooks to be exact, yes, it is a region game. Fort Brooks to be playing Lanier County.
Where is it?
The game is currently being played at Brooks.
What's going on,
'Cause
Freddie
I heard
Mac?
they
He
might be
said the
without
Bowden
power
game is
for
at
at least another week.
Well, they end up. I don't know if they're gonna move the game or postpone it. We'll see how it works out throughout the week.
Freddie Mac said the Bowden game is at home.
Yeah. It says versus right there. Okay, D1. In D1, the one team, one team that I'm putting on upset alert is Rabin County. Because I just don't know what's wrong with Rabin County right now, but I expect them to lose to Commerce.
You know what?
What?
That makes sense. I can see that.
Okay. Oh, you saying my logic this week, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
It's shocking, isn't it?
It is.
I hope Toombs County and Swainsboro can play.
Why? Toombs County gonna blow them boys out?
No, I'm talking about they were really affected by the storm as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
Shout out to our faithful listener. I don't think he's on tonight, but we're keeping all of y'all in our prayers.
Because I mean, there are a lot of our listeners that have suffered losses. So we pray for all of y'all. And welcome, Freddie Mac. If I didn't tell you, welcome, darling. Welcome. Bowden is at home. That's going to be a tall order for Manchester to beat Bowden at home. I don't know what they do up there. I just don't trust it. But Shout out to Manchester. I believe in you, Wizard. Okay, let's go 2A.
All right, 2A. The only team that I'm really putting on upset alert this week is Stevens County, only because they're playing, obviously, Prince Avenue Christian. But Callaway, I'm watching you Thursday night against Westside Macon. I'm going to keep my eye on you Thursday night while I watch them Daddy Buds play.
Burke County and Thompson has been rescheduled. So
okay, cool.
And let's see, J-Bo says he likes Spencer against Spencer against Sumter. Mm-hmm.
Okay. We gonna see if J-Bo got some wisdom on that one.
He does. He's a wise young man.
Okay. So he does have some wisdom.
He does.
Okay. 3A. Yeah. Whitewater. Thursday night while I'm down flying around the Ben Stadium, I'm gonna have my eye on you. The upset Whitewater Thursday night. That's the only upset I have in 3A top 10 is Whitewater losing to LaGrange. Other than that, everybody else in 3A handles business.
Sis, what do you know about Leon, Florida? Are they
Leon, Florida?
Yeah, they're high school. I'm just curious.
Leon High?
I guess.
Yeah, Leon High is here in Tallahassee.
How are they? Are they?
Hey, real quick, not to interrupt y'all. I know y'all were just talking about something, but Callaway and Westside tomorrow. Talking to one of Westside coaches right now. They said they got a game with Callaway tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's up, Coach? How you doing?
Toto, we just said that.
Well, I ain't hear you, Mr. Wizard.
Oh.
Okay, so what's the score where you are?
6-0 for Valley over Byron.
Okay. All right. So yeah, Leon, how are they? Are they? Do they play football over there?
Baby, they are 0-5.
Okay.
They ain't playing no football. They getting ready for basketball.
I was just curious.
They polishing up the floor.
Okay.
They just coming up here to get out of Florida for a little while. For the weekend. This a weekend trip getaway for them.
A little turn and burn.
It's a turn. They ain't got a they going home. That's a day trip.
Yeah, you know what? 0-5, going home 0-6. They don't even deserve to stay overnight. I'm with you.
That's just like you and Thirsty going from the east side to his house. It's nothing.
No, but it's a lot of stops in between though.
How you doing, Gio? We pray everyone is, he says, I hope everyone is doing okay and praying for all of those affected by the storm. Willie Anthony Thomas says the storm tore Vidalia up. The lights started coming back up Monday, but there's still a lot of outages in the county as a whole. And let me say this, I'm going to put this on a sidebar. You know, people are vulnerable and they don't have lights and they are struggling and they've lost a lot. Don't try to come and rob them of what they don't have. I mean, what little they got left. Just show some class and decorum. I mean, I know you might be struggling, but they are too, and that does not give you a right to go and try to take their stuff. I'm talking to them folks down in Lyons, Georgia. Sit your butt down somewhere. Okay, I'm done. Let's go.
Okay. I'm scared now. I'm gonna be on my best behavior for the rest.
No, I just heard that there was looting, during this, and people are struggling, and that's the last thing they need. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Warner Robins. I expect Benedictine to do some to take you. I'm not gonna say take you out to the woodshed. I'm just gonna say I expect Benedictine to beat you.
Okay.
But Ola, I have Ola winning by 11 points, but I still want to put Ola on upset a play Stockbridge.
Okay, I can see that.
Mm-hmm. That's gonna be a good game, but yeah, I definitely would. I would like to see. I don't know. We might fly around that game on Friday.
So let me ask you this: is Cambridge on the Chattahoochee too?
Mm-hmm.
I know Westminster. Westminster. I don't know if y'all have seen pictures of Westminster Stadium, but it is underwater, and I don't know if it's going to be in any shape to host a football game
Anytime soon.
come Friday. I'm sorry. Yeah, Nick ain't on here. I'm so tickled. Yeah. What I was saying was maybe they'll play that game at Cambridge because they can't play it at Westminster. I don't think, because I mean it was fully submerged underwater. It wasn't just a little bit.
Well, Cambridge is up in Milton, so I think they, if anything, yeah, the game is at Cambridge anyway.
Okay.
And at Cambridge, regardless. So Westminster got a few got a few more days to use their wet back.
Okay. Willie said that happened in Lions, not Vidalia. We classier than that. Ooh, woo.
Okay, 5A. Lee County Coffee, big game in 5A this weekend. I expect Lee County and Tim Tebow Jr. to handle that coffee team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm expecting TCC to annihilate Veterans this weekend by more than 33, but I was being nice to Veterans. But TCC, I do expect you to win by more than 33 points.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, or 5 touchdowns. I'll put it like that. Other than that, everybody in top 10 and 5A, with the exception of Lee County Coffee game, everybody handles business.
That Hoco Northside Warner Robins game is a little closer than I think it is going to be, but okay. I don't see Northside scoring 14 points, and I don't see Hoco just scoring 35, but who am I?
Yeah. What's that P word you be using all the time? You're not a procrastinator?
I'm not a prognosticator.
Oh, well, see, there you go. You know English is like my third language, so work with me.
Fourth.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, 6A. For me, the biggest game in 6A this week is Camden versus Valdosta. I have Valdosta walking away with it 24-21, only because they have home field advantage.
Okay.
But with that being said, Valdosta, you are on upset alert. And obviously, I think we all expect Buford to handle Collins Hill pretty good. Yeah, Collins Hill a loss in the top 10, so I'm not even concerned with that one. But other than that, other than those two games, I expect 6A to go out as planned. And yeah, that's that.
Okay. Now, what's going on with the pick'ems again? Just for those who might not have
Oh, the pick'ems, yeah. So for those of you that did your pick'ems early Tuesday, I need for one, check your email, and then two, go back and redo your pick'ems because I had mixed up my potion a little too strong, and I had a bad game on there, so I had to adjust a game that was on the pick'ems. Letters and stuff was moving around on the keyboard, and I was hitting the wrong letters. So, but got it fixed. New link for the pick'ems is out. So please go back and redo your pick'ems if you did them early on Tuesday. So other than that, I want to wish everyone good luck this weekend and pray that everyone recovers from this hurricane.
Amen. Well, thank you so very much, Mr. Wizard, for stopping through.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
Be good. What's going on, Tick? He says, "Good evening to everyone. Glad to hear from you all. I pray everyone is okay." Yeah,
Hey, Pastor.
we pray you're okay too, preacher. Deshaun says, "Good evening, everyone. Good to hear everyone this evening. We serve an awesome and amazing God. I've been praying for all affected by Helene. Even in a hurricane, God is worthy to be praised. And still praying for those affected, praying for relief and recovery for y'all. My wife's graduation got canceled. She's crushed. She really was looking forward to walking across that stage. Oh, I'm so sorry for that, but I'm sure you'll make it up to her. Give her a nice vacation or staycation, however you want to do it, to make her forget all about it. Okay, I'm sure you know what to do, and if you don't, just call me. I'll give you some tips. What's going on, Jamie? How you doing? Cockwood is playing lounge. Yeah, Mr. Hurst let us know it's gonna be in the hog pen. So and Lee moved their game. Yeah, they moved their game to the 11th. I forgot who they were playing. Yeah, because they were playing coffee. They'll still have the parade. So any Lee County people, I know it's going to be your homecoming. So they'll still have the parade on Friday. But the game has been moved to the 11th.
Is my
All
buddy
right. Huh?
is my buddy on tonight?
Who is your buddy?
Obadiah.
No, he's not. He must be
What?
Wait a
real
minute,
mad.
wait a minute, wait a minute. Have anybody from
What?
TCC checked in tonight?
Yes, Mr. Hurst it has been in the
Yeah, Kenneth
building.
Hurst is
Okay,
here.
shout out Mr. Hurst. Well, where the rest of the crew? The crew's supposed to be here now.
They
Well,
said
Mr.
they
Hurst.
didn't know you was gonna be on here because we went on here Monday. They didn't know we were gonna be on here, so that's what it was.
Okay.
Bull sugar.
Deshaun said we will be in Montego Bay next week, the 8th through the 12th. Oh, that is awesome. You know, I'm low key Jamaican in my head. And Montego Bay is my happy place. So I hope you have a great time. What's going on, Chris? How you doing? Coffee strong. That's right.
What
Mr.
kind of coffee he
Windley.
drinking?
Huh?
What kind of coffee he drinking?
Yeah, Mr.
It ain't yak.
It ain't
Oh,
yet.
you know what? I ain't had none yet tonight. Let me go pull me up a cup.
Me
I hope
either,
not.
thirsty. What's up?
I don't know what
I
the
don't
hell
know, but
it
I
is.
I don't know, but I'm finna live up to my name right now. Thirsty is thirsty.
Mr. Wimley said, TCC, what happened? Them TCC folks
That's
must
why I'm
still
looking
be
for the
recording.
TCC fans so I can ask them the same question. I mean, I know what happened. I just want to hear it from them.
So which ones are we missing? We missing Obadiah. Who else we missing?
Who anybody else
Mr. Hurst
that was
here.
jumping down my throat last week about me picking Lee County over there?
There was a lady that used to come on. I don't know her name. I won't call no name. There was
Keisha
other
State.
guys that used to come on. More than Obadiah and Mr. Hurst represented Thomas County Central. For Mr. Hurst to be the only one on tonight, that just sound a little fishy to
So
me. Don't make me start calling them Cordell, Georgia.
So technically, I think in their defense, outside of Obadiah, the ones that aren't here because Obadiah isn't here to share the live like he normally does.
Okay.
I ain't buying that. How you spell Obadiah?
Okay.
I can't spell it right now. How you spell Obadiah? I'm trying. We're gonna tag him.
You better not tag him. He out for blood. He ready to whip your tail.
He been tagging me all weekend because I said what the radio announcer said that the TC fans were leaving early at the 8 minute mark in the fourth quarter.
Let me go. Let
So
me read these comments. I really hate that shit. He said they canceled the biggest cocktail party in Georgia. Twiggs County homecoming. Why did they cancel it, Tick? Oh man, I really want to go to one of those. I really do. Chris Pay says it's funny as fuck. I'm sorry, this is not Friday. It's funny as F. It's funny as F that Obadiah, the TCC number one fan, ain't checked in. His AWS is hurt as F. Morris wants to know, TCC, are you okay? Deshaun says, "Guess I'll see what this Tuskegee versus Morehouse game is all about this weekend." You know what, Deshaun? I'm gonna say this. I hope they build it back up to where it was. In my humble opinion, I know it had kind of lost some of its savor, but it had absolutely no business moving to Birmingham. So I'm glad it's coming back to Columbus. Now, both of those teams are kind of terrible, but they do travel well. So hopefully they'll show up and they'll make it a big deal. Now I will say it's not gonna be anything compared to what y'all gonna see the second weekend in November when the Wildcats from Fort Valley State University embark on Columbus, Georgia. But I hope you have a good time this weekend, Mr. Suggs. Mr. Hurst said he's here and he's okay. I guess I'm left out to the wolves. Stand in your business, Mr. Hurst. We appreciate you, sir. We appreciate you. Uh Chris said they running and that Esther chick quiet too. Boy, you
Point them
boy,
out.
you
Point
had
them out.
if you see him, put him out. If you see him, put him out.
Hell, they don't argue with Thomasville High so hard since Saturday. They ought to be tired. Honestly.
They couldn't reschedule AJ the DJ or the security. Oh, I hate that.
I'm just saying, it's the humble word for me. Like it kept telling you that there comes a time that you gotta lose. Just show up like you do when you win.
Chris, I remember in January, them yellow jackets said 258 was their region. Not. I am so tickled.
Hey man, I told you that weekend. Thursday wasn't saying nothing to Obadiah, but I know one thing: that Chris Pace was giving it to him all weekend, boy.
Woo, woo, baby. Chris
Nah, I
Pace.
was waiting to talk to Open Dial today. We can go ahead and get this
Baby,
out.
listen. Saturday, Chris
Uh-huh.
Chris Pace, baby, stick and move. He was tearing them up.
Mm-mm.
Uh,
Well,
Kenneth said
appreciate it,
that's me,
dog.
win, lose, or draw.
Appreciate it, dog. Nah, cause like I say, my whole thing was, I watched the game. I think his name was Hulk that was doing the broadcast, that was trying to show the game on live.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, I don't know if it was me or him, but one of us was losing our signal. So tuned into the broadcast. But all I'm gonna say is Tebow left, Tebow right, Tebow left, Tebow right. He's just carrying defenders down the field on his back. And this is coming, and this is coming from the radio announcer.
Okay.
And then, you can hear the TCC fans in the crowd around Hope talking like, yeah, running back ain't doing that. We holding him in check. Nah, you wasn't holding him in check. The coaching staff did what the coaching staff was supposed to do. Y'all was selling out to stop the run to stop him, and they put him in the passing game and utilized him in the passing game, and he hurt y'all receiving. Now, granted, I'm gonna say this: the biggest thing that hurt TCC that whole game was, which I still don't understand how a quarterback does this. You threw a pick six, you threw an interception, and then you threw another interception, all to the same guy. Somewhere along the way in the game, you mentally tell yourself, I'm not even looking to that side of the field no more. Because every time I go to this side of the field and attack this cornerback, he makes me look bad. He's gonna get an interception. At some point, you tell yourself you're just not going over there. Don't I mean it's nothing to be ashamed of because hell, Dion shut down the entire side of the field. You had certain defenders out there that would shut down the side of the field. You just didn't go. If you did go, you went underneath. You did not attack directly at that defender. But three times, three,
Three
but
times like thirsty.
three times. But
Mm.
I will say this though, TCC got one heck of a kicker though, because he set a school record. If I'm not mistaken, he set a school record for the longest field goal in school history. They were like almost a 50 yarder. He hit.
Shout out to him. Shout out to him. Good job, baby. Good
But
job.
But yeah, yeah, passing game. Y'all got got some work to do in your passing game. Quarterback got to go back, go back, reestablish himself. But that and yeah.
It was a
Oh,
51 yarder according to Kenneth Hurst.
okay,
It was
okay.
51.
This is what TCC fans are gonna say. That what's his name? Number 9 played defensive end for them. Went down. He got hurt. Now is just I ain't gonna even ask you, Jessica. You are the daughter of a football coach.
Hmm.
If your impact player on defense went down, or if you're coaching offense and you notice and realize that the impact player on the defense of the team you playing went down, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna attack the side where he was.
So why are TCC fans mad that Lee County made an in-game adjustment and attacked that side consistently when number 9 went down? Why are you mad about that? Why are you crying about that? That is
Yeah, why
something
you ask
that.
me? It's my
Yeah,
daddy player
I was
that
gonna
went
say
down. My
that.
daddy coached the kid that got hurt.
But what I'm saying is, I'm not talking. This has nothing to do with the coaching staff. I'm talking to the fan base. All right, because I will tell you this: it was a talent drop off from the individual that came in and stepped in that spot. It was a talent drop off. You saw it immediately. There's no way around that. But what I'm saying is to the fan base, why they keep? Oh, now they want to run over there. Cause what's I keep forgetting the kids now. I think it started with a C.
I
But
don't know.
that's
J-Bo
all you hear
said
in the
that's just
background.
football.
Exactly. That's all you hear from the fan. Oh, now they want to attack over there. What if he was in there, they wouldn't be doing it. Yeah, they'd just be going to the other side like they were doing it, eating you up over there. But
Uh,
I mean, TCC fans, let's be real. Lee County made in-game adjustments that benefited them, i.e., attacking your left side of the defense where number 9 came out from. I thought it was just cramps, but I guess I don't know if it ended up being more serious than that. But I thought it was just cramps. He was cramping up.
I pray it's not. I pray he comes back and heal.
No,
Uh,
I think it was cramps because he wasn't limping that noticeably. It didn't seem like it was a knee injury or anything. I think it was just cramps.
well, a young man from Peach County was limping off the field Saturday. Found out today he got a torn ACL. So, that them you just never know. So, Kenneth said he has ankle issues.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna tell you now, hot treatment, cold treatment, Epsom
Uh,
salt, and keep it immobilized when he's not on the field.
what's going on, Oscar? He said Cam Brooks is his name, number 9.
But I ain't gonna lie
Um,
though, that dude's a dog though. 9 is a dog. I will say that. Coming off the edge, he's a dog.
Now I hope he heals up and is able to come back and it's not a season threatening injury. T said Pace was throwing haymakers. Chris says I didn't go at him like I wanted to out of respect for Earl Brooks. Chris Pace says Lee exposed Thomas County Central. Just saying. Tick says next man up. That's just how the game goes. J-Bo says TCC was still playing checkers while Lee was playing chess.
Facts.
Chris says it's all a part of the game. Oscar says Cam Brooks is a dog for real, highly recruited. What's his who's offering him and where is he leaning toward?
I know
Well,
Florida State is offering him. I think Georgia is, also Alabama. He's definitely highly recruited.
Go on up to Georgia, baby. I, go on up there.
Let me can I just jump in real quick? I've tried to stay
yeah,
out of it as much as possible.
you can't. You can't.
So again to the fan base, because I haven't been with the back and forth this year. I just haven't. It's pointless. Um, but you don't get to pick at people, and then when it's your turn to get kicked, you dictate how many times you get kicked. It just don't work like that. And I saw a lot of crying after Saturday's loss, which you had to know that Thomasville High and whoever else was left that we were gonna laugh. Not saying that I did personally, but once y'all kept doing all that crying, it became very comical and quite annoying because you cried so much to the fact that the main ones that were talking junk got quiet and y'all got everybody else involved thinking people are just picking at kids and talking about kids when that's never the case. True enough, the kids are the ones playing the game, but it's the fans that are doing the jaw jacking. And if you can't take it, then don't dish it. It's simple as that.
See, so you got to man up and get this work.
Facts. Now, what
It
I'm about
don't
to
hurt.
say
It
is,
hurt though. It hurt. It hurt. Trust me, it hurt. It
it
hurt.
does. It hurts. It just sting a little bit. It's gonna sting a little bit. So, Kier, I don't want sis. I don't want you to take this wrong way. I ain't talking about your pops putting in work, but I got to speak on this because Tim Tebow Jr. That dude named Weston Brown, 6'4", 245, and that kid be moving. That's the quarterback for Lee County. If you don't know who I'm talking about,
Oh, I watched the whole game.
yeah, I'm just saying to see that kid, man. Forget 229. Man, that kid is 250, solid
No,
250, and
that's
can
not.
move.
That's not
No,
what.
that wasn't in reference to that, Mike.
That
Keep
Oh,
going.
okay,
was.
okay, okay. All right, but anyway, if the kid can learn to develop, well, it's kind of too late right now with him being a senior, but he could possibly do it at the next level if he gets offered and takes it. Can develop his his reading of defenses and throwing motion. He he could be a next Tim Tebow.
Talking about
But
the quarterback for Lee. Okay.
yeah, the quarterback from Lee. Now this is the thing with Lee is yes, he can throw when he needs to and when he wants to. I'm not saying he can't. He can. It's just some things as a previous quarterback that I see that he can work on to improve his game. But Lee County is dangerous in that back with that backfield. And the reason I say that is because if you got him running with Chroma lead blocking and vice versa, he's giving it to Chroma and lead blocking. That dude's basically Tyson Hill, like a Tyson Hill down in New Orleans. He's a utility player that can throw. That's a dangerous combination for teams that got to play lead. Because you're gonna have to pick your poison. You're gonna try. You're gonna sell all out to stop the run for both of them, or you're gonna try and be balanced and play both run and pass. But Lee County is gonna run it 75% of the time. So pick your poison on that one because he can throw, granted. But I just see some things that he can work on in his passing game. But with that being said, I still say Lee County is a dangerous team, and I will go out on a limb. I'm gonna go out on a limb, and what I am gonna say is I do see Lee County, and it all depends on. I'm gonna watch Coffee this weekend and see what Coffee looks like, so I can make a true evaluation of Coffee
And
before I just
it'll be
give it
next
away.
weekend. It'll be next
Huh?
weekend
Next weekend.
because they're not.
Just
Coffee and Lee are supposed to play next weekend. The game was supposed to be
okay.
this Friday, but because of what's going on in Douglas, they are rescheduling the game for next weekend.
Well, I'm definitely
So,
gonna watch it next weekend because I want to see what Coffee looks like, so I can have a good, fair assessment of that region and how teams are looking right now, early in region play, and seeing how that thing is gonna unfold. Because that region is gonna be ridiculous.
hmm Ryan Wembley has a question. Who your team, Mr. Wembley? He said, "Gotta wait a week, but let me ask y'all: does Coffee's defense keep that backfield in check?" That's a great question. That's Coffee's strength. Defense is Coffee's strength.
Well, can I? Okay, I got a question to him on that. And again, I just said it. The dude can pass. Does Coffee have the secondary to stop the pass game? Because you're going to sell out to stop the run. You're going to have 7 men in the box, and you're probably going to drop an eighth one down, which is going to force which is going to force Lee County to pass. Does Coffee have the secondary to stop that passing game? And who do they have that can cover Chroma coming out of the backfield? Or if they do like they did against TCC, line them up in the slot. Who's going to stop them? Because you can't put a linebacker on. And if you decide to put a secondary guy on, you're opening it up for that quarterback to take off. So That's my question for Coffee fans. Do you feel your secondary can stop the passing game of Lee County?
That's why he was asking you. Of
No,
course, he gonna
I'm
say
telling you
no.
now. I'm telling you now. It's not the run defense for Coffee. It's going to be the pass defense for Coffee, which is two different monsters that you got to deal with. And that's what I'm trying to get Coffee fans to understand. So, do I think Coffee defense can keep that backfield in check? No, you're not going to keep that backfield in check. You're going to either put in check the quarterback or running back, but you're not going to put both of them in check. I'm telling you now. Ask TCC. Go watch the film. Pick one, and that's the only one you're going to stop. But again, Cromer can get his in the passing game. He's a good receiver coming out of the backfield or lining up in the slot. So again, Coffee, do you feel you have the secondary to stop the passing game? Man on man, you're not running zone on the backside because you're going to be sending 7 or 8 in the box. So do you feel you have the secondary to play man up across the board and stop the passing game? I know you're not going to stop Chroma coming out of the backfield or lining up in the slot. I'm telling you now, you're not going to do it.
Well, that's that on that. I hope he answered your question, Mr. Wembley. He said, realistic answer, yes. If you've been watching Coffee, our linebackers can cover and we play man on man.
Okay. And that's why I said I need to watch the game because I haven't seen Coffee play yet. I need to watch the game to get a true assessment of Coffee. That'll give me a true assessment of the entire region after that.
Okay. So
That's why I'm looking forward to seeing
the
that
only
game.
ones that you hadn't seen. Okay.
Yeah.
You've seen TCC, you've seen Lee.
Yeah, because I saw that because I watched some of that game last week. So I seen those teams I saw those
Have you
two
seen
teams last
Hoko?
week. I already know what Hoko dealing with. I ain't got to see Hoko. I already know what they got and what they're working with.
Okay.
My thing with Hoko is as long as the coaching staff is not limiting the playbook for AJ, we good.
Mm-hmm.
That's my whole thing because that's what irked me last year was the two. I know one of the games I watched, it seemed like they just had a limited playbook for him for some reason and didn't open it and then let him open up the play calling for him. And that just didn't sit right with me because it made no sense. They had a chance to win the game, but you're limiting your best player.
Mm-hmm.
So Hoko, yeah, it's play calling and just letting AJ cut loose.
Okay. Gotcha. Meanwhile, I saw a video today of that lineman for Milton. That's 6'7", 320, I think he is. My God, that boy is huge.
I don't care what you say. I'm handing the state trophy. I'm giving the state trophy to Milton.
Tick said he's riding with Coffee Friday and the rest of the year. Feel good story. Definitely a feel good story. It will be a feel good story coming out of Toombs County too. Any place that was affected by the storm and they can beat the odds and win it all in their division. I'm with you. I get you. Deshaun said, let's go Atlanta Braves. We need this win.
Man, I don't even want. I'm just glad the Braves made it to the playoffs, but don't expect too much from. They don't lost key players in the bullpen, key injuries in the lineup. I mean, the Braves are duct taped together right now. Don't expect too much from them. Don't.
Well, I'm still pulling for you, Braves.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a root for them, but my expectations are set low. I'd rather talk about tomorrow night. Be honest with you.
So what do you see with Tampa Bay? Is it Tampa Bay and Atlanta?
Yeah, Tampa Bay coming up here tomorrow. Prime time, baby. Thursday night football.
You'll be in the building, I'm sure.
Nah, I sold them tickets. I don't go to Tampa games. Ain't nobody on Tampa. I don't want to go see no Baker Mayfield.
Okay. Okay.
Not paying to go see Baker Mayfield. Not at all. But I am gonna be watching. I'm gonna be sitting in front of the TV with my popcorn, my beer, my hot wing,
You don't
and
think that's gonna be a good? You don't think that's gonna be a good game?
no, it's gonna be a good game because it's an NFC South divisional game, and it's always a good game between them two teams. I do feel the Falcons are gonna pull it out. The Falcons will pull it out, and if the Falcons can pull off this trade, this 3-team trade, and get this and get that defensive end from the Jets down here. Oh, it'll be real sweet. It'll
Okay.
be real sweet.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Tick says Blakely County is in trouble tomorrow night. East Side out loud. Shout out. Is the game here, Tick, or is it in Cochran? Let me know. I might go up the street and watch. Oscar say nothing poor, just they done let us down this year. I know. Tick says the Dirty Birds lose tomorrow. Oh hush.
Hush
Well,
your, watch your mouth, sucker.
you just pay attention to them Commanders. How about that? They are
Man, you
leading
know
the
what?
NFC East right now.
You know what?
You pay
I'm just
attention
gonna.
to them.
Can we go back to coffee for a second?
You surely can.
I just noticed something on coffee.
What?
Coffee ain't played with one good team all season so far.
Oh, here you go.
No, I'm looking at their schedule and I'm like, Bainbridge, blowout as expected. Ware County pushed you to the limit.
But Ware County's a good team.
I know that, and that's what I'm saying. They've only played one good team so far this whole season out of the 6 games they played so far.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm looking, you play Columbia, Gadsden County out of Florida, mainland out of Florida, and then a down north side team.
Listen, that Gaston team out of Florida is not a bad team. They were that was a defensive battle. That was a really, they were very good, and they had a lot of size. Look, Ryan Wembley says Gaston had a lot of D1 players. I mean,
Dude, I hear what y'all saying, right? And I get that. Okay. Gadsden County had the lead going into halftime at 7-3, right? Adjustments were made, adjustments were not made. Coffee ended up putting up 24 points in the second half. What I'm saying is, not actually watching the game, but just looking at the stat line and looking at the numbers, Coffee did what they supposed to do. You stuck to what you know best, ground and pound. You ran the ball 44 times. Your passing game was non-existent. No, I'm not lying. No, real talk. Coffee fans, you know your passing game in that Gadsden County game was non-existent. You went 4 for 10 for 49 yards.
But Gaston is a good team, is what we're trying to say. So
I'm not buying that baloney. I'm not buying that. I'm not buying it. Ain't no good team gonna give up 24 points in the second half. I ain't buying that. Gaston County was down. Plain and simple.
No, Gaston County. Gaston County was up. They're having a normally good year, if I'm not mistaken. But have you seen their line? It's huge.
Size don't mean jack. Let's be real. No, seriously. Let's be real. Size doesn't mean anything for the most part. All that means is you got size that's gonna take up space. But guess what? You ain't got enough space to line to take up within that 50 between them sidelines, which is 50 yards apart.
Okay. Chris says, who's that one good team, Thursday? Where?
Yeah, where?
Okay.
That was the one good team they played because that's the team that played them the best.
Pedro said Gaston is better than Rockwell, Texas.
Rockwell, Rockwall, Rock something.
Yeah, we know that. Shit, we know that.
What's going on, Dro? How you doing?
We know that. Tell us something that we don't know, Dro. Come on now. We know that. But nah, my thing with Coffee is Coffee one. Um, actually, looking at your schedule and paying attention to it, this is gonna be your first real challenge coming up on the year.
Okay. Ryan
That's
Wembley
what it comes down to.
says. Ryan Wembley says, "Come on now, who did Lee County play other than Warner Robins?" And Oscar says, "Mr. Thirsty, what the hell do you be watching? Gaston is straight. Maybe you and the Wizard was drunk because they're loaded with talent."
All I'm
And
saying
let's
is,
be
if they got
real.
all that talent, how they let 24 points? How did they let 24 points get ran down their throat in the second half?
You act like that's 49 points. It's 24
No,
points, three
no. What
scores
I'm getting, no.
in two
Listen to what I'm
quarters.
telling y'all. Listen to what I'm telling y'all. They went into halftime up 7-3, came out in the third quarter, put up a score, went up 14-3. Coffee ran it down their throat in the second half to put up 17 in the third quarter, 7 in the fourth quarter. Again, Lee County had over 300 yards rushing in that game. 329 rushing in that game. They ran the ball for 44 times. That's why I say the passing game was non existent. 4 for 10 for 49 yards. They ran it down their throat. That's their bread and butter, coffee. And I
Hello.
get it.
So
So what I'm
Chris,
getting at is, if the game, if Gadsden County was that good of a team, what happened to them in the second half? The size didn't matter in the second half. That's what I'm getting at.
okay, but Gaston is not. They're not a. Gaston is not Bainbridge, basically. You
We
know what I'm
know that.
saying? It's
Yeah, we know that.
they're a competitive team. You can't just say you can't come in here saying like Gaston just a bunch of scrubs because they're not. Chris
No.
says what folks don't understand about coffee is that it takes too long to get on the board. The defense is what's holding it down for us at the moment. When the offense finally clicks, we'll see what the deal is. We ain't said nothing, but we lost our starting quarterback before the spring due to BS issues. So, okay, let me ask you this, Chris. So, when do you think that the offense will start clicking? And the young man that is under center now, do you think he's capable of holding the ball in the road? And do you think he's capable of becoming or developing over the season to the point that your offense will start clicking on all cylinders? What's going on? I mean, make sure I'm saying your name right. Keelan or Kaylin, Keilyn. Hello, everybody checking in from Augusta. How are you doing over there? I know the power has been out for days. I pray that you're doing okay. I pray that your power is going out and that you didn't suffer loss. And I'm glad that you're still here to tell the story. Ryan Wembley said that it was a numbers thing because Gaston had kids playing for both sides. Sis says, as was Lee for TCC. It was their first test. Pedro said, I can't believe this guy really said Gaston is not that good. Oh, Marquise mom. Tell nephew I said hello. How are you? I'm glad you're doing okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Marquise married.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, we're so glad you listened to us. We've been missing nephew. Um, I know he sent me a message the other day. He was saying that he was out of had been without power. So I'm continuing to pray for you guys over there in East Georgia. Really am. That Helene did a number on folks. Really, 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 really did. And I know that there's a lot of physical damage, but I'm just glad. I mean, there's been some loss of life, but I pray that your loved ones uh, were not in that number. Definitely keeping y'all in our prayers. So definitely doing that. Um, Chris says, I think Breako will put it all. Is that the coach's son? I think Breako will put it all together before it's over with. If you look at the majority of players that are sons of coaches, you just answered my question. Duh, just they come through. They know that playback. They know the playback and the system. All right, we're rooting for you, Mr. Cole, and I'm glad you're doing good, Miss Johnson. He was upset about being out of power, but he's okay now. I'm glad to hear that. He's gonna be all right, and it I know it sucks right now, but it's just temporary. It's just temporary. Let's see. So listen, I think that league. So Thursday, would you say, sis, would you say that the game on the game on Saturday is for first place in the region? Next Saturday, first place in that region between
Yes.
Who
Coffee
and
and
that's Lee versus who? Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Lee versus Coffee.
Mm, yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
Now we're gonna say this: whoever is that number one seed, and I know I've said it a million times. If you are the number one seed in that region, you're going to be on the same side as Milton. So in order for you to get to that state championship game, you're gonna have to go through them. And I don't know if it's the quarterfinals or the semifinals. I gotta go back and look. But sometimes, some kind of way, I think it's a quarterfinal.
But
So go ahead, sis.
isn't it like, okay, now that we're past that Saturday's game, this is a good thing for Thomas County Central, right?
Mm-hmm. It
Because
could
now
Yeah.
be.
they aren't on that side.
Yep. And they have an easier they can have an easier path unless they end up in fourth place, which I doubt. I seriously doubt they'll end up in fourth place. So if they're second or third in the region, they'll be on that other side of the bracket. And they have an easier path to the state championship game. And when you get to that point, anything can happen. Um, Chris says, crazy part is Bray is a wide receiver and didn't want to play quarterback, but he has stepped up to the plate to help where he can. We certainly appreciate you, Mr. Cole, for stepping up. I like kids that do that. It shows character. I appreciate it. Ryan says that the number one seed would meet Milton in the semifinals. So yeah, you're right, sis. Uh, that could actually be a good thing for Thomas County Central.
Hmm.
Uh, Tick says Lee versus Coffee. Winner wins the region. Milton can be beat.
And what?
Stranger things have happened.
In what? I know he ain't on here, but I'm gonna ask him for him. In what?
Ooh.
Can't believe.
You saw it too.
Yes, ma'am. Hey, Mr. Shields, that's that thing, okay? Let them have that. It works for them.
Miss Morshill says if TCC are the fourth seed, the fans should trash the horns. Tick says football, thirsty football.
I didn't know they had a flag football, a girls flag football team. Oh, okay.
Now you know what.
They actually do. What
And
you
do.
were saying? They
So
actually
that's the only
do.
thing. That's the only thing we can be talking about right now.
Listen, you don't know. Yes, they have a stellar quarterback. They have a stud tight end. They got a dude on the line that looks like a tall skyscraper, you know.
Hmm.
But listen, you never know. Stranger things have happened, is all I'm saying. How many times has there been um a game where they're gonna beat the brakes off of them people and they end up losing? It's happened before.
Well, all I know is that right side of the bracket gonna be it's gonna be that semifinal gonna be a good one.
Yeah, I agree. Glenn Reed Hodges Jr. says South Georgia football. Do not underestimate us down here. We have dogs too. Oh, we know. We know. We do play football south of the Fall Line Freeway. And I'm including Middle Georgia in that. We play football. From
I'm trying to debate right now if I want to share this conversation that I had with somebody over the weekend.
go on and
With
share it
y'all.
before we get out because it's almost 9:00.
Okay. The conversation that came up was, and it came about because we was talking about championships in 3A, right? So the conversation was, it had been a long time. It's been a while, and not many championships in 3A have come from, and we specifically said South Georgia, right? And we're
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, because ain't that many, 3A, wasn't that many good teams from the South down there. So expand the conversation. So we said, okay, so the individual said to me, more championships have come from North Georgia than South Georgia in recent times. That
Mm-hmm.
was
In 3A?
no overall. So, and my comeback to that was, I think you're mistaken, buddy, because majority of your lower classification schools that were winning were coming. Hold on, one, and I'm particularly talking about when Brooks County was going through their run and single A and stuff. A lot of them was coming out of South Georgia and Middle Georgia. They were like, nah, man, we ain't talking about that. I mean, I'm just saying though, a lot of teams from South Georgia, South Middle Georgia was winning the lower classification. Now, when you got into the upper classifications, you had without Buford being in that classification, it was wide open to South Georgia until Buford moved into those upper classes. So, like, bruh, what you talking about? The tide hasn't changed. The tide is pretty balanced right now. When you actually look at who's winning championships across the state, the tide is pretty balanced depending on where you draw the line at. Because you go back to last year, right? And I showed him the graphic from last year on the JHSA website. I said, dude, it was pretty much split down the middle. North Georgia, you had Milton. And when I said North Georgia, I'm going from the fault line. So I got Middle Georgia and North Georgia, right? I said you had Milton, Coffee Perry, City Road, and Prince Avenue win championships. You
The
had
fall,
Bowden.
Perry is below the foul line, sir.
Well, it's right there near. Okay,
Okay.
you can put Perry down. It's cool, but it was an even split at the end of the day.
Okay.
It came out to an even split. You had 8 classes last year, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, we had 8 classes last year, just like we do this year. It was split.
Uh-huh.
So you really can't say that one region of the state is being more dominant than the other region. And it's been like that for the past couple of years. It's been split.
So basically, I mean, I don't disagree. I think that goes to say that there's no specific pocket of talent in Georgia. It's all over.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me read some of these comments. Glenn says that we've seen Milton before. Deshaun said, what would happen if Lee beat Coffee and Central beat Coffee? Wouldn't that be a three-way tie?
If Coffee beat Lee,
I think that's what he meant. If Coffee beat Lee,
so you're saying Coffee go undefeated in the region, Coffee be number one, Lee would be number two because of head-to-head competition against TCC.
yeah, I think it's I think he's saying what would happen in the event of a three-way tie. I don't know
Oh
the
shit. Call the
region
region secretary.
the region the region determines what their tiebreakers are. It's probably something like goes by stats, number of points scored, and number of yards rushing, penetration, all that kind of stuff. Dro Dro says beating Mount Zion builds confidence. I see. Tell us why.
He said,
And
who?
y'all
Where you at?
said beating Mount Zion builds confidence. I see.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
He also said the Lego set brought North Georgia a lot of championships. He
That
said
it did. Bottom five.
Lego set syndrome transformed a lot of North Georgia teams. All Lego sets tell the truth. Ms. Johnson says she thanks us for all the love and support. Marquis says hello and he will be back with us next week. Great.
Anybody got a milk carton
No, I
For who?
don't.
for them TCC fans that ain't showed up this week?
They'll be back. Just
I
let them
just knew
win.
I just knew Obadiah was gonna be here today and beat
He
me up.
mad at you. He mad at you. Deshaun said, "I'm glad you're in the comment section, Drew, and not on the screen tonight." Chris says Milton needs to take their behinds back to 6A. They do that, and it's an all-out 2-5A championship game. You know what? I agree. Joe
It's a
said, "Don't do that, my guy. Don't do that.
look,
Don't
man.
do that, Drew."
He came at me all weekend.
Who
He was
Obadiah?
harassing me all weekend.
Yeah, he was. Maybe he didn't think we were gonna be on this week. We weren't on Monday.
Oh, I'm talking. Damn that. I'm talking about TCC fans missing. Damn that. I'm doing it.
Now you know they could say the same thing about you. Now I'm not saying I
Then
understand.
we've had that discussion. They can talk and say and think what they want to think on that
Well, I'm gonna say it. They ass is MIA.
one.
Marquis said, "Be good, Thurston." That's
Look,
falling on deaf
no,
ears, Miss Johnson. He
no,
don't know
cause
what
we
the hell
can't.
that
No, we
means.
ain't gonna treat them no different than we gonna treat any other fan base. We treat all fan bases equally.
Kenny Hurst said they left him to the wolves.
So
Not
appreciate
Ken,
you for sticking it out.
Oh, we
but not
appreciate
Kenner.
you. You a real
But
one. You
Mr.
a
Hurst,
real one, Mr. Hurst.
Mr. Hurst, did I say anything that was not true about that game? That's all I want to know. Did I say anything that was not true about that game? Is that the three turnovers hurt y'all the most because y'all had just went up 3-0. You had just y'all just gave the ball back to Lee and Lee, y'all stopped them. They punted. Y'all got the ball back, still up 3-0, and your quarterback comes in and throws a pick six. And that gave Lee the momentum, and Lee never dropped it. So I'm just trying to figure out where. I just want to know if I lied on anything on that game.
No, you didn't.
Okay, and that's what you got beat on turnovers. Every time you turn the ball over, they capitalized on it. And then when the old boy got hurt, they kept going to that side of the defense, which you can't blame them.
They found a weakness and stuck with it. They were a fundamentally sound team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's what they did. So I'm not talking down on them, not talking bad on them. I'm just saying what happened in the game. And you can't do that and expect to win,
Guess Miss Johnson.
especially a quality team and especially like a quality team in Lee County. You just can't do that to yourself.
Miss Johnson says so. Thomas County Central lost. Wow, yes, ma'am, they did. Ken Hurst says, "Nope, we got beat. Period. Turnover." Oscar said, "Just that man be on before y'all be on. Soon 6:59 p.m. hits. Obadiah's on. I be like, shoot, he's fast."
Exactly.
I'm
Oh, sure. Oh, well, I'll wait till we
Wow.
get down there.
Oh, okay. Chris Pay said they put Milton in 5A to try to stop South and Middle Georgia from taking the ship like we have these past few years. Besides
Huh?
Buford,
Whoa, 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 whoa.
who
We're
from
the
the
past few
north,
years? Oh,
nothing.
okay,
He
okay.
said besides Buford, who from the north that
5A.
won a championship. He said 5A.
Wrong, wrong.
Wrong.
Yeah, because Rome had a chokehold on it. Cartersville had a chokehold on it. Buford had a chokehold on it. Even Alatoona got snuck one in. Alatoona, Creekside, Gainesville snuck one in. Tucker had they run. Sandy Creek, Chattahoochee.
Deshaun said definitely missing in action, Shakira Brown. Uh Pedro said, why did Cedar Grove struggle with Mount Zion? What happened? I missed the first parts of the show.
Okay, I'm gonna say this, and Jess, if I tell any type of lie or twist the truth up any bit, I want you to stop me, okay?
Okay.
Because we was at the game together. So what happened to City Grove in the first half? I don't care how you want to define it. City Grove playing undisciplined and getting flagged way too many times, killing drives and getting touchdowns called back. That's why City Grove struggled in the first half.
Say it again now.
Playing undisciplined, causing too many penalties, and which in turn killed drives and had touchdowns called back.
Okay, I can agree with that. I can agree with
Okay,
that.
that's why City Grove struggled in the first half.
I can also agree that they should have played the other quarterback more. What's his name? Number
King.
number one goes both ways, right?
Yes, running back, linebacker.
Okay. Y'all did much better when you involved number 17. I'll say that he wasn't involved as much as he should have been, I think. But Yo is back on. So Dro wants to know, and Yo, you were there too. Thursday is giving his assessment. Why don't you give your assessment of what happened at the Mount Zion Cedar Grove game? Why did Cedar Grove struggle with Mount Zion?
I don't think it was a struggle with Mount Zion. I think that's just where Cedar Grove at this year. That was just an evenly matched team playing football. Going on with
That was a good one. That was a good one.
going on,
What was a good one?
right?
What he said, because you know that game wasn't no evenly matched game
Yeah, that
at
was
the
an
end of the
evenly
day.
matched game. I mean,
Mm,
In what way?
besides 1 and 17,
17.
how you
Uh,
doing? Ain't nothing else going on Cedar Grove roster. And
so okay,
that was just an evenly matched game. It wasn't no struggles. I mean, because let's be
okay,
real. You call this
uh huh,
play. You call this play. You said, throw it to 17 and let him eat, right? If
yep.
17 didn't score that last touchdown, bro, you're probably going into overtime. And if they make that field goal, bro, you lose the game. So I don't think
Now,
Cedar Grove.
what led up to that? Because am I right or wrong on this? We had a punt return that got called back on a bid on what you said was a legal block. Am I right or wrong?
It was, bro. It was a blindside
Okay.
block. I'm at a middle school game just finished up, and I just seen blindside block get called. So
No, no, no,
blindside
no.
block is
But the
real.
punt got called back because I said Seagrove was undisciplined and had too many penalties, which killed the
I can agree with that.
charge
But
called on them back to back to back to back to back.
yeah, it was a comedy of errors. I mean, but you saying it like a lot of them were bogus, but a lot of them were not.
No, I'm not. No, 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 no. The false starts were legit calls. It was
Mm-hmm.
legit calls because they were doing stupid stuff, i.e., having too many in motion at the same time. City Grove was
Mm-hmm.
doing undisciplined football. They
Yeah.
were doing stupid stuff. That's what I'm saying. Those penalties killed drives when they had momentum. That's what I'm saying.
Bro,
And
you
that's
know I
all I'm
love
saying.
you. Bro, you know I love you like your mama or my mama birthed us both. But I'm just telling you, bro. That's who you are, bro.
Now,
That's who you are
I'm
this
not
year.
saying. I did not see that against Mount Zion, and I'm definitely not gonna see it. And I definitely don't see it against anybody else. The only other team that's gonna contend with us is gonna be on Saturday. Because I don't know if you watched the game last night between Stevenson and North Clayton. The only reason Stevenson outran them, blew them boys out like that, they just had better athletes.
Well, bro, that's how you win a football game. Better athlete.
No, no,
The
no,
Jimmys and
no,
Joes
no,
gonna outbeat
no.
them
We
X's
can't.
and O's
No,
every day.
no, no. You're not finna sit up here and say that because we both know for a fact that a team has beat my team and your team, and they did not have better athletes. Don't make me say that school name because I don't want to say it. Just say okay.
Um.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, so better athletes don't always win the game, but in this case, you can see the difference in talent between Stevenson and North Clayton. And the same thing was you saw the difference between Mount Zion and Cedar Grove because
Mount Zion got some athletes, bro.
What's the name? Number 8 and
There's plenty of athletes. There's plenty of athletes on Mount Zion. I'll just tell you what Mount Zion issue is.
What's that?
They
Coaching.
ain't got no kicker.
Yeah, that part too. But
we ain't gonna talk about kicking.
Yeah,
that was the funniest thing
ever. Nothing up there had kick. Oh yeah, Cedar Grove got a little kicker now.
They sure do.
Yeah, he was kicking pretty
Why
good.
He don't kick? Why he don't kick off?
Why does he kick? What that play, yo?
Soccer.
Dun, 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 dun. I was like, I know you lying.
But that's every time. You just not realizing that. Oh,
Bruh,
you know what? I ain't gonna
I've been to 7 Cedar Grove games, bro. I've been to 7 Cedar Grove games. I promise you I ain't never heard that.
Maybe because it's in the woods and if we were in the parking lot, maybe we'd heard.
But
Mr. Shields wants to know what's the Metro Atlanta game of the week.
The Metro Atlanta game of the week. That's a good one.
Collins Hill and Buford, maybe. Ain't that Collins Hill and Buford this week?
Yeah, but we all expect Buford to handle that one though.
I don't know, bro. Collins Hill been playing some good ball. They lost a game they shouldn't have lost, but Collins Hill don't upset a couple of teams this year that we thought they should have lost to.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. If I had to pick one right now, Douglas County against East Coweta.
The East Coweta team is not that. I'm gonna be honest. We know they came down to beat Perry, but again, Perry's not that. Perry's a 5-5 team, 6-4 at best. So East Coweta, Douglas, nah, I don't think so.
Boy, they ain't gonna let you on the group chat, yo.
No.
Can't take the truth, then get out the kitchen.
Come up to Stockbridge this weekend.
Oh yeah, now the Stockbridge Ola game, that might be a top 2. Out right there might be one of the top ones also.
Yeah. Cedar Grove does not play Stevens County.
No, we play Stevenson High School.
Yeah, they play Stevenson.
Saturday.
They were there scouting too, weren't they?
Yeah, because they played Tuesday, so that's why we playing on Saturday.
It's crazy because Doug, Stevenson,
North
Clayton, all on the whole region with them.
But y'all coming to McDonald's Friday night so on to watch Ola Stevenson play?
No, sir.
No, we got to be at Hugh Mills.
Oh, Benny, y'all pray.
You gonna
the ghetto.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna be nice today, and I ain't gonna get no bulletin board material.
We gonna be on Slappy. We got to make that right by that Maryland fried chicken and go off in the.
I just got a question though. Y'all got to go past the Rocket.
Yeah, we will pass the Rocket. And then I got 3 calls tomorrow. All of them down there in Rochelle and Cordele. They had to come all the way back to North Georgia just to go all the way back down there.
He really doesn't.
I ain't staying.
Rocket, you can park a car at Walmart.
Yeah, no, I don't need my car taking off on that Astro ship.
Chris says, hey y'all, I'm just glad to have this little bit of phone service to tune in and comment while we've got this power outage from Hurricane Helene. It's been a week and Coffee County still doesn't have power in certain areas of the county. We are certainly praying for you guys down there. We really are. Continued prayers that you get your power restored and that, any damages are mitigated quickly, and that you don't suffer a huge loss, and that y'all get some sense of normalcy back. I'm certainly praying for everybody that's affected by the storm, because some stuff is just bigger than football and just the not necessarily football, because I think football is one of those things that can bring a community together, especially in times of stress. but it's bigger than the bickering and the back and the forth about football. But I think, having a common thing to cheer about, which is a football game, is a good thing. So,
And let's pray, and let's also pray that these other tropical storms and possible hurricanes don't come this way to affect these areas, towns, and cities that are already destroyed right now, trying to put everything back together.
Yes. Peach County plays Doherty and Hugh Mills Stadium. Joe said that's the only reason I might be down there, the Maryland fried chicken.
When I read that, we're gonna interrupt you, but babe, let's make sure we stop and get us some chicken on when we get down there.
Okay.
Because ain't the word is don't eat at that Crystals.
Oh no, because I don't want Jess to have to pull over and go side 300.
That's a Crystal on Victory Drive in Columbus, and I look at that bitch and roll my ass every time I see it. Shakira, Editionn wants to know: do y'all playing Sylvester or at the vet?
They coming to the vet.
Okay. Kenneth said Maryland fried chicken. The only reason to be at Hugh Mills. You right. Editionn said stop by Jimmy Hot Dogs. Yep. Ryan, you acting up. He said, Ted said, park in a well-lit area, please. Buy a club for your car. Hey, let's take the HHR down there. No, I'm kidding.
The club ain't gonna work.
It ain't. Ryan says let's also pray that TCC wake back up because they still dead. They sure ain't on here. I know that's right. They sure ain't here.
About to be some milk carton material. Because I guarantee they show back up next week. Happy Joy after beating up on a veterans team.
I guarantee you, between the time we end this show and tomorrow when he clock in, Obadiah gonna tear this lab apart.
Baby, Obadiah, I know you had to work, honey.
Obadiah throwing right hand.
Kim said we are not dead. They're coming back strong. It is not over. Kim said this ain't over. This just a setback. It is a setup for a comeback. And
they back in the lab.
Like sis said, that might have helped them because they'll be on the side of the bracket that has an easier path to the state championship game.
Well, they still got to play coffee.
Well, all I'm saying is this: their best bet is to get the 2 or 3 seed. Because they get that 4 seed, they stuck like Chuck.
Yeah.
If they get the 4 seed, they see Milton before the quarters. So
they'll see Milton in the quarterfinals, and then Lee County see Milton in the semi.
Mm-hmm.
If they get 4, somebody be at the gate with a box to get them horns. Ain't that's what Mr. Morris said?
That's what he said. That's what he said. Good night, Mr. Robert. Glad you could show up. Hopefully,
you know what?
We'll see you on Friday.
I got a question about them horns.
Don't put him on no milk carton.
And Mr. Robert, man, I'm playing for your grandson. I hope you're okay.
What's his name? Which one is Mr.
E2?
Okay, yeah, I'm praying for that baby too. What's your question, Mr. Thurston?
Why they blow them horns when the offense got the ball? When they team on offense and they got the ball, why they still blowing horns?
They be excited.
Oh, that's what it is. Oh, okay.
You have a good night, Mr.
I have no idea.
I don't know. I mean, wouldn't that affect their offense though? I mean, I know they can't play when the other team has the ball. So maybe that's why. Yes, Perry did put 80 up on them, Pedro. But it was a 2-score game going into the fourth quarter. It was put like this. Of those 80 points, 35 of those points were touchdowns scored on defensive plays and special teams. So, that's where that's where the rarity is. Because other than that, they were going back and forth. They were slinging it, although Perry was up by 2 scores, but then those special teams, like I said, that 35 points, you know, how often, like I said earlier, how often do you have a game where you have 35 points scored off defense and special teams? It's just kind of a weird anomaly. Quarterback had 600 yards passing and still lost. Yeah, 80 points. Yeah, they had 45 offensive points and 35 otherwise. Yeah,
Yep.
it was
Special
bad.
teams and defense.
Yeah, special
That's
teams.
a state record too. That passing yards he set was a state record.
Mm-hmm. So shout out to him for setting the record, but it's a shame y'all lost. And they probably won't make the playoffs unless they shock somebody else. So I don't know what offers does that young man have? Is the wide receiver a senior too?
For who?
New Hampstead.
The one that had all the yardage receiving.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a senior.
I think they both are seniors.
Yeah, they both. The receiver's a senior, quarterback's a senior. Yep.
Yeah, so I hope they got a lot of offers. I don't know that they make the playoffs this year.
Now here's the thing though. Imagine if Benedictine or the day school or Savannah Christian would have got those kids over there to play with what they had over there. How crazy that would have been.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I do. Although it was a kind of what do you call it, weird occurrence. I do think that they need to have a come to Jesus meeting with the defensive coordinator, and the whoever's over the special teams, and you have a come to Jesus meeting, like for real, because that's just too much. 80 points is a lot. Even though you can explain how it happened, it's just still it's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Yeah, I'm pulling for the Braves. I hope they shock the world. But I mean, I knew back in July or August that they had lost a whole bunch. When what's his name went down, I was like, oh, that's tough. I can't even remember his name right now. We not finna talk.
Ronald Acuna.
Yeah,
Ronald Acuna.
Yeah, with his little fine self. When I knew he went down, I said, oh.
Hey, y'all wouldn't have signed this petition to get our old offensive coordinator back in Athens.
Michael ain't not leaving Baltimore.
I mean, we got the money to pay him. I'm just saying.
I know.
Yeah.
T say just Jesus ain't coming to them. That's bad.
I'm just saying, man.
Said he'll sign it.
I just want to get Mike Bobo out of town. That's all I want.
Colorado.
All I know is he better not come home.
Yeah, Bobo. Yeah, Mike. Bobo. Yeah.
I mean, we been knew this from his last stint here.
Yeah.
I don't know why we thought it was going. I mean, we was all in the same thing that was going to change.
Mr. Monken, come on back now. Stop playing.
You know what, yo? We should have went on and paid that money to Lamar. That probably would have got Todd Monken up out of Baltimore.
That's what I'm talking about. Because that outfit is safe. On one hand, you got Lamar Jackson. On the other hand, you got Carson Beck. Yeah, I think he's going to stay there with Lamar Jackson. So.
Okay.
Oh, man.
And it ain't like we were complaining, talking about what paying Lamar Jackson, what they were going to do to the franchise, how we're going to set it back. Then the next year you come and do a dumbass move like that with Cousins.
Kirk Cousins. I know.
Come on. You don't want to give Lamar that money, but you give Kirk Cousins that money? Come on, man. Stop playing.
And guess what? If we had Lamar Jackson, we beat Kansas City, right?
We 4-0 right now. We got him. We should have beat Kansas City. And you think about Kirk Cousins' poor performance as well as the defense played against Pittsburgh. Lamar Jackson put at least 2 scores on the board. We easily win that game too.
Mm-hmm. But I listen.
I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry.
It's go no, don't cry, Mary J. It's all right.
My neck. Oh man. Are y'all coming to the funeral tomorrow?
Gotta know who funeral, bro.
Y'all know. Y'all ain't coming to the funeral for Monet.
You know what?
No,
I'll
I
be there
told
Thursday.
you. No,
Okay,
I listen. When they killed Proctor, I stopped watching. So I don't make sure you
Hey,
rest in peace.
I ain't lying. Monet went out like a G though.
It was the Hail Mary in the background for me.
I still I hadn't seen it in years, so maybe one day I'll binge watch and catch it up.
Because they listen. I loved Proctor. Once they killed Proctor, then they killed Spanky. I was like, I don't have no use for this. I was just mad at them at that point. So I stopped talking to him. Let's see. Chris says Georgia's a mirror image of coffee. It takes too long for UGA to get on board. Deshaun said Mike Bobo still owe him $5 he borrowed from me one day.
Well, damn. That done tripled with interest, ain't it?
Baby, the interest on that, just say him give you a month's salary.
What? It had to be in the mid-90s. Bobo,
Baby, that was 92, that was 93, I'm sure. Had to be not
Bobo,
mid early.
boy.
That was 92. Mike Bobo,
You need to go and get that
graduated
bulldog.
93. Yeah, baby, that was probably back full time. 91, 92. Get your money, man.
Man, I'm gonna tell y'all something real fast on Georgia, and a lot of folks ain't gonna want to hear this. But we miss Ra Thomas. Ra Thomas, why you had to mess up like that?
Yeah.
A lot of folks don't want to admit it. A lot of folks don't want to admit it, but man, Ra Thomas would have made a difference in that Alabama game.
Tick said a wide receiver drops hurt early on.
Nah, dang, that the one before that what Tick said.
Y'all finna read that. He said paying Kirk Cousins was like paying a new car price for a 2003 Escalade with 300,000 miles on
it.
Except for Kirk Cousins was never an Escalade, so just say a Chevy Tahoe.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say a Ford Explorer.
Yeah, something that modeled a Escalade at least. He looked like he could be an Escalade. You know, like the Bentley and the Chrysler 300 when they came out.
Yeah.
Not too much on Ford now. Not too much on Ford now. Not too much.
Okay.
You know,
Chevy Traverse. Damn.
I'm an F-150 girl. That's all it takes for me. You got
And I
F-150.
definitely love Fords.
Mm-hmm. You got an F-150, I'll give you a shot.
My Lord.
My Lord.
Well, with that one there, we know your inbox about to blow up.
It is not.
All kind of pictures of F-150 trucks standing on top of them and stowing their shirts off and shit. Look at me, dude.
Hey, with 1 foot up on the tie.
Sitting on the tailgate and everything. Boy, I tell you.
Yeah, just be
Talking
quiet.
about let's go ride down this bumpy road.
Oh, my friend.
Obadiah.
Boy,
you barely made it.
F-150 mule. What's happening, man?
Hey, my friend. How you doing? I've been sticking up for you, Obadiah. They said you haven't been.
I've been worried about you, Obadiah. I thought we were gonna have to put you on the milk carton.
Is that game tomorrow in Macon? The Northeast Bleckley County game. Let me know.
Hey, now blank that. Let me know what the deal is with that Dublin Northeast, because those are the top run spots for the region. I know that game got to be made up.
It's rescheduled for the either the 11th or the 18th, I think. You got to go back and listen, Obadiah. They They were wondering about you. They missed you, and I'm glad you're here. And you didn't leave Mr. Kenneth, out here by himself. He been holding it down for TCC.
Shout out
Richmond
Mr. Kenny
Twins.
Hurst, because Mr. Hurst been holding it down. He ready to take everything anybody was giving.
That's a real one. That's a real one. Okay, Mr. Thomas said he on the way to the lot now. Okay, I'll take any color, but look at a black one or a silver one or a dark blue.
My Lord, F-150 Mulin.
Oh, wait a minute. We in the hood. Dublin versus Northeast is October 11th. Wait a minute. It's in Macon? It's not in Dublin?
Okay, Jess, do we play the 11?
No, we're
We
open.
fine. Okay, let's check that out. Oh, I got to see that one.
Oh no, because you said somebody said they was gonna meet me in Being Hill County. I could have sworn.
Are they go? Is their stadium gonna be ready?
Yo, we didn't know if Fitzgerald gonna still be open.
Cause Fitzgerald,
Oh well, yeah.
Fitzgerald Stadium look a little suspect when it won.
Well, it might be unless it's doing what everybody else doing. If they just change it and they bring it to the vet, like Perry inviting Wayne up Monday, and they're supposed to be getting Wayne a percentage of the gate because that was Wayne's home game. So maybe they'll do something like that if Fitzgerald's still out.
Okay,
They know
Blackley
like
is
I
in
know they better drink that bitch.
Northeast is in Dublin on the 11th. So, but Bleckley County is in Macon.
Oh well, we're not going down to Dublin.
But I mean, it's right up the street. Bleckley right up the street. I might tomorrow night if I ain't got nothing to do. I might go over there and see what y'all.
I might go over to Ed DeFord, man. I want to see that Callaway Westside game, man. Westside running back had over 200 yards against Lamar County and 300 last week in a win. So that's what's been pulling Westside out. And this comes from Westside coach. Shout out Coach Everett.
Deshaun said, "Let them purple fairies come to the vet." Obadiah said, "Tread lightly. I know the day is Wednesday, but I read your ass under the bus. Don't play with it." How you heard that?
Who? Let me go on and exclude myself. They ain't got shit to do with me.
Yeah.
Deshaun Hunter, they know like I know. Just go ahead and call the police.
Can I say it?
Prince said Fitzgerald gotta have them sump pumps to dry the field. I know it. I mean, really, and I was dead serious. I think I saw a video, and I was like, "Is that Fitzgerald? Is that their practice field, or was that their real field?" It just didn't look like they had cut the grass or anything. Fitzgerald, I don't have nothing against y'all. I really don't. But I'm gonna need y'all to take a little. I'm sure y'all got 4-H. I'm sure y'all got an ag teacher or something. I think if he can make that a project to kind of, do something with the field, I think that would be an excellent project for the ag students to kind of tighten it up a little bit. And listen, I just saw a portion of it, so I could be totally wrong. But what I saw, it looked like y'all need to cut the grass. It's like y'all playing on some, I don't know. Okay. Tick said the field is horrible. I'm gonna need y'all to do better, Fitzgerald. Come on, Ben Hill. All that money I spent on building that chicken, y'all could have been working on that doggone field.
That's a big old chicken.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. It was last time I went to Ben Hill, like my friend, I went to my friend's house, and her house is like right on the Coffee County Ben Hill line. It's like a neighborhood right there. And so that was a couple of years ago. So I don't think I've ever been downtown Fitzgerald. I've never seen the chicken. But that's that. But no, we were just Obadiah, don't be upset. We just wanted to know where you were. We had missed it at you. And Mike had just wanted to tell you that what he said was just based on what the radio announcer said.
You messy.
I'm just saying what you said.
I was gonna be messy by myself, but okay.
And anything else that was said was no different than what would have been said to any other fan base.
Yeah.
All I know is Kendrick Lamar got a song. Thomas kind of simple.
TCC went
Like the
down. Now
end, here you
top
go.
is scared. Hey, Jeremy Jones.
I mean, I know they was talking or walking around talking about they not like us and all that stuff, but now wrong Kendrick song.
Gonna say it, gonna say it, gonna say it,
I
because I
said
want to
down.
say something.
I'll be humble. I said down. I'll be humble.
I think they are. I think that's why they, you don't see as many of them today. Or maybe they tired because Thomasville been giving them the business all weekend, ain't it right, sis?
What I said was they've been arguing all weekend. I'm not getting that because baby, I like to fight and they know what's up with me.
Okay, that's right. I'm gonna leave you out of this.
But
Some night.
it was just funny to me when I was like, well, he kind of, and let's be real. I myself picked Thomas kind of Central to win the region. Now,
So did I.
the Wizard and Thirsty was telling me, no, Lee County. But I said, no, it's Thomas County Central. Now, with that being said, they talked about this one guy, and this one guy ain't going to beat us. And I think that's what hurt them. I think they were so concerned about that one guy beating them that
They
he
didn't
said,
pay attention to the other guy.
he said, just hold my beer and just watch this. And he just became a decoy and let everybody else do something.
Oh no, he wasn't no decoy. He killed him in the passing game.
Oh, yeah, he caught passes and all of that, yeah.
So I'm glad he coming to Georgia.
Yeah. Some more folk
All
too.
I know is that them freshman running backs they got coming in. Oh my God.
Well, now they need them line the block for them.
That is true.
So
They need
I
to get
hope
that line like they had about 4 or 5 years ago. Come on in.
who not coming, Mr. Jones Sr. Who was you talking about? Yeah, Shakira did say that, Obadiah. She said you probably wasn't there because he wasn't out to share it like he normally does. So,
Well,
I said that.
hold on.
Saturday
We
he's
talk?
announcing.
That's what I was gonna get at.
I still think he's going to Auburn. What y'all think?
Man, I'm trying to talk him going to Georgia into existence.
Yeah, as much as I want him to be a Bulldog, I mean, you think about the likes of him and Bo Walker. All that do is bring back the Shawnee Michelle and Nick Chubb and the two back systems Georgia has always been running with Bo Walker and Osman Krumo, but I think it's Auburn.
I think so. J-Bo said Deuce Knight committed to Auburn.
I ain't gonna lie. I think Cromer is better than both. I mean, yeah, better than both.
Oh, what you
I'm
think?
I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Why
Think he's better than
you
both.
thinking that? Why you thinking that, bro? I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. I know he is.
Okay. Oh, tell it like a TIE is, right? Okay, yeah, he better than both. He better than both.
Let's see. Chris Pace says, Jeremy Jones, you must have forgotten this is old blood since the 90s. This the part TCC fans don't understand. I said way back in January that it would come down to us two because of old blood. Who won the 2017 state championship? We ain't forget. We want blood. Jeremy says running back coach at least, so it's possible. Deshaun said his dad is an FSU fan, so I feel like FSU. Not with Mike Norville ass still there. I hope the hell not.
Man, ain't nobody trying to man with Florida State right now.
Mm-mm. And I listen. That's my first love. It is. But I have some fundamental issues with them at this juncture in my life. But it's my first love. You never forget your first love. Chad Howard says Perry Panthers checking in, and again, shout out to your son, number 9. He had 354 yards Saturday in their and on their way to scoring 80 points. How you doing, Elmo? Jabo said they had 2 different backs too. Okay.
Oh, Bo and Chrome. I mean, yeah, one short, one tall. Well, but for the most, I mean, okay, we just gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna talk about the kids like that.
Yes. School history. All right. He made school history. Shout out to him. That's awesome. Well, y'all, it's almost 10 o'clock. Well, we don't mind sitting here talking to you guys because we weren't able to talk to y'all Friday and Monday, and we kind of miss y'all really, really bad.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeremy said the running back coach at UGA coached at least, so it's possible.
Oh, okay. Did not know that.
Okay.
Cool. Sweet.
So yeah, we really did enjoy talking to you guys. We will talk to you on we'll talk to you on Friday too. Yo and I will be we won't be back by then, will we?
Y'all to be on the road.
Probably. We'll probably be on the road, but
Eating Maryland fried chicken.
we're gonna get that shit in the daytime. I'm not stopping nowhere at night, sir.
Man, throw your
No
bones
way.
at the rocket. Throw your bones at the rocket. Put some foreign object debris in the blast off zone of the rocket.
No, we could stop at that McDonald's in Cordell. That was pretty good. I was hungry one. But no, we gonna get that in the daytime. You trying to get that on the way out?
That man, you know how he feel about his chicken.
Mm.
Y'all
He gonna sit there.
just call me because I think my old man will be at work. He can get it for you.
Oh,
You
so
ain't even got to stop
thoughtful.
at night.
We
There we
appreciate
go.
that. We appreciate that. We certainly appreciate that.
Not
Yo,
to
you
mention,
could.
and
You,
not to mention, I'm gonna have my friend with him, just.
yeah, you is. You will. You will. I got a couple friends that I'll be in. I can stop. I can stop down there too.
Nah. My friend coming with me. That ain't in our business.
Yeah, not that friend.
Mhm.
No comment. T said, "Jess, y'all game will be over by 9:15. Running clock and short quarters. Fatality."
Man, that's being polite.
Hell, better be out of them projects before 9. Shit.
Oh, my bad. I can't get no bulletin board material. I'm not gonna get bulletin board material this week like I did last week.
Yes, don't do that because
How did that fare for you?
36 points? Was it 36, 55, 36, right?
it was 55-6 and ref 30. Yeah.
Okay. That's that's how I
Yeah,
figured.
pretty much. But yeah, shout out to Westover. Shout out to Coach Joyner. I hope my buddy don't hear that because you don't like him. But shout out to Coach Joyner is doing some good things over at Westover. So I mean, I think if he stays a little bit longer, y'all will see Westover being a real contender. And I
Amen.
mean, they really do do
The
well. Now
running back. The running back is so good, and he's just a sophomore.
and their line is so big. I mean, they just really they real huge. They're massive guys. So and he knows where to hit the hole, kind of like Amari Gordon. It just amazes me to see how he needles through and can find a hole and just make the most of it. This is what this guy does. I mean, he's quite impressive. Yes, Westover's O line is humongous. Jeremy says, watch number 22, Dominique Ball. Yeah, we like I said, Westover is doing pretty good this year. They'll definitely make the playoffs. They could possibly be number 2 in the region. Heck, if it turns out to be a 3-way tie, which I doubt, they could possibly be number 1. We'll see. Hey, baby. I see you made it home.
Yeah, see, he just talking about he want to say, "Hey, auntie."
Hey, Sugar Bell. Hey, my baby. uh, Jeremy Jones says the quarterback is a sophomore as well. Okay. He has some legs. He surely does. And uh he's pretty good at long passes too. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I almost got cussed out. First off, my cousin arguing with Pete County Sheriff Department.
Stop lying.
Yeah, she did.
I
Yes,
just,
she did.
okay.
You argued with Peach County Sheriff
You know
Department.
what?
That was
He
the first
can't
thing.
hold water.
Well, I keep telling everybody I'm going to chain gang behind you, but they don't believe me. So she argued with Peach County Sheriff Department.
I did not argue
Then
with him. I
she
didn't
cussed me
argue.
out. I thought y'all say he can't throw. Mad at me. So yeah, it was very interesting sitting with Jessica on Saturday.
But here's the thing, y'all. He always sit with me. Don't you? Ain't got to sit with me. Go sit somewhere else. If I cause that much of an issue for you, go sit somewhere else. And I was not arguing with the sheriff. I simply gave my opinion. That's it. He got offended, but I gave my opinion.
Wow. And you say, yeah, wow. What I got to see a gun? Like, come on, man. That's the sheriff, man.
Whatever. I didn't say his mama was a bitch.
But you almost said it Monday, though.
What did I say Monday? Now, see, now you lying. Now, what I do
okay. I'm lying on that. You was on your good behavior. You just had one moment on Monday.
What was that?
For no reason.
What?
Get your ass off the field.
No, that was just urgency. I would have done that with anybody. He just
she had no dog in the fight, and she still just yelled at that boy. Don't know if the man, mama down there, nothing.
He just needed to get. I'm just being urgent. Like, boy, get your butt out the field. You see them telling you to get out. That was it. It wasn't nothing.
Big man was tired.
Well,
he was tired.
He need to work on that. You finna get a penalty. Y'all ready fighting for your life? Get your out the field. That's all I said. And guess what? The people around me appreciated what I said.
That's why I say you was on your good behavior on Monday, and I do appreciate it because you were gonna sit overnight at Clayco.
I didn't do anything.
No, I'm just saying
if you did. Saturday. I did not do anything Saturday to get locked up. Y'all, I have a good government job with good security clearance. I am not trying to lose it. Fooling around with a high school football game. Okay?
I'm giving you a pat on the back and a gold star. You did good on Monday.
Thank you. I did good on Saturday too. Don't listen.
A gold star.
I did good on Saturday too. I did nothing that was gonna warrant me going to jail.
They didn't fuss at nobody about your backpack.
Exactly. So here's the thing. Since Yo has a huge problem with how I act and him going to the chain gang, how about we just go our separate way? We just go the separate game. We sit separately.
See, now here's the thing. Now let's just be real. Let's just be real. You try to act like I'm so wrong and I be saying something against you. But my daughter, who's an 18-year-old kid, goes to the Perry game with us and asks, can we switch seats?
Complaining. My thing is, if you got a problem with it, ain't nobody making you sit with me. Go sit somewhere else.
Hey, Jimmy Lee. Yo.
What up,
From now on, if you driving Black Beauty, park next to a black, navy blue, or a silver F-150. and she gonna be straight because she gonna be focused on the drive.
And then I can go in the game and she gonna be mild and mannered.
There you go.
Who that was that they were going to the dealership? Let me find out.
Listen, okay, guys, whatever. My point is, he always, first of all, y'all be careful who you tell stuff to, because some people can't hold water and they want to share everything. Everything ain't meant to be shared. He ain't have to tell all y'all what happened on Saturday. He ain't have to tell y'all what happened at the Perry game. He just wants to overshare. That wasn't y'all business. But yet here he is oversharing and he's complaining. And so I just have a solution to the issue because I don't want him to go to the chain game. Let me go to the chain game all by myself.
No. Because I don't care if I'm sitting on the other side of the field. If somebody say something to you, what I'm gonna do. So, in order to keep me from doing whatever, I can't speak for nobody else. I'm not a bear. I plenty of people in this world way better than I am. But when it comes to me and mine, I kill or die about. So if somebody say something to you, I'm gonna intervene. And I know when I intervene, I'm not finna tongue wrestle with you and everything. So to keep me from getting to that point and having to do something or somebody doing something to me, all I be telling you is just tone it down a bit. That's it. That ain't complaining.
Ooh, that is complaining because you go around
Bruh.
telling people how I act.
Bruh.
And listen, I don't mind going to games by myself. I'm going to Jacksonville by myself on Saturday. And guess what? I'm gonna be
All right,
okay.
no comment on that one. Yo, why you had to say that C word to her? Because you know it ain't finna happen. Don't
What?
tell her to calm down. The
All
child,
time. I
calm.
think it was I think it was her or either Shakira. One of my sisters told me telling somebody that's upset to
That was
calm
me.
down is the worst thing you can do. That just might as well
Yes,
just tell them to go ahead and crank up.
that's exactly right. That's exactly
No,
right.
no.
I said that. If you want to ensure that a person does not calm down, tell them to calm down. It just is what it is.
All I'm
So,
saying is, yo, I'm praying for you, bro.
Yeah,
you
but
ain't gotta pray for him. He ain't gotta go nowhere with me.
Uh, we all almost got locked up in Atlanta. All three of us was almost on Right Street messing
That's
around with
what I'm
you.
talking about. Shakira, that's what I'm saying. I need oh yeah, Shakira. The other day they said both that you and me was cheating on them. I just want you to know that.
yeah.
Say
Oh
what?
yeah. Okay, I forgot. I gotta get with y'all about that one.
They
Yeah,
say we be
we'll talk about that one
so
after back. Yeah,
yeah,
we'll
so
talk about that one
Shakira,
after the show.
they say we be cheating on them. But
Oh
let me
Lord.
tell you something, Shakira. What they do is they get together and then they come up with these they just make it bigger than what it actually is.
Or do
They
you just downplay everything and not understand the
I
severity
don't.
of it?
There was absolutely no indication that those gentlemen were going to the chain gang and on right. They were not going to Right Street that
But
night.
here's the
Shit.
thing you gotta understand, babe. When you do what you do, regardless of how you say I should handle myself or not, baby, that's still disorderly conduct under the law. So you
I
going
think
at that sheriff, that man could have easily locked you up, man. And now I got to get involved with the freaking Pete County Sheriff.
Yo, this ain't about P County Sheriff. This is about her going to APS police.
I didn't
And
go
That
they,
to APS
APD.
police.
APD police when y'all came up here last year and we went to see
Carver?
Bro
There was
Carver
not a
game.
police
Yep.
officer. There
That
was no
was
police officer around. There was no
There
police
was a
officer
police
around.
officer there.
it was two, three of them standing
All
right
I
there at the
said,
entrance.
I did not fuss. I did not cuss them ladies out. I just said this is nonsensical. That's all I said. I said this is nonsensical. That's what I said.
Jen,
There was a
you
little
cussing
more than
folks,
that,
you
babe.
cussing
I
folks
didn't
out
cuss
using
them
them big
out.
ass words.
I wasn't nasty to anybody. I just said that this is
Man,
nonsensical.
It was a little bigger
yeah,
than that, babe.
yeah. All I'm saying is this. Bottom line is they said your bag, you had to check your bag and why? It's clear.
It's clear. It didn't make sense to me. And that's what I told him.
Yeah,
it was a clarity. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I asked
yeah,
for clarity. That's it. And I said it's nonsensical. But what did I do? I turned my
there you
bag
go
in,
again.
right?
There you
That's
go
what I
again.
did, right?
Yeah, because we had to literally walk you over there.
No, it wasn't. Y'all did not talk me into that. I was gonna let my opinion be known. I did what they said, but they were gonna hear me. And that's all I said. I said, this is nonsensical. I
There
also
you go
said
again.
that
Jet,
and all
jet,
listen,
jet,
I
jet,
said that this is nonsensical and that
jet.
if
Can't
this are
nobody,
the
don't nobody
policies that
listening to
y'all
us right
have.
now know how to spell that word.
Okay, but
Shit.
those were educators. They should know the word nonsensical. All I said was this is nonsensical, and if these are kind of the types of policies that APS implements, I understand why there is an educational gap. That's
Okay
all
then.
Now
I
you,
said.
Woo.
Okay then.
Yep.
Okay
I
then.
what
now
they
you
said.
do understand. Now you do understand that. You do understand that the prior year They had a shooting out there to where the kids were laid out on the field, right?
That ain't got nothing to do with me saying that policy don't make no sense. Because it's clear. A backpack versus a clear, it's clear. It's a clear, it made no sense to me. And
Okay.
that's all I did. I expressed my opinion and I kept it moving, but they was gonna hear me. That was it. I didn't fuss, I didn't cuss, I didn't do any of that.
Hold on,
And
what you
now
said?
trying
No,
to make it seem like I'm just this crazy ghetto ratchet.
no, we ain't saying you get on with it. You very well educated with it. What's that big ass word you been using? No, cynical.
Nonsense. That's all I said. That's nonsense. That's basically what I said. This is nonsense.
Jay. Everybody ain't conversed in King's English like that now.
Okay,
Gotta
hold
use
on.
smaller
Okay,
words. You gotta use smaller words. You gotta use small words.
Okay, I will. Let me explain to Mr. Pollard, because this is what Mr. Pollard said. Mr. Pollard said clear back policy is for safety. So when someone has pushback, it seems to be a red flag. Okay, Mr. Pollard, let me explain something to you.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
He said the C word.
No. So, Mr. Pollard, this is what happened. My bag was actually clear. And it's a see-through, it's a clear bag. It wasn't big, it fit the parameters and everything. Their issue was it was clear. It was actually my purse. It was clear, but it was a backpack. But it fit the size and dimension and everything. So the only issue was it was a clear backpack. But their policy does not specify that. They said either a clear bag, they said no backpacks, clear bag. Well, I have a clear bag, but it was in the shape of a backpack. A small backpack, not a big backpack. They could see everything that was in that bag. They could see. They had a metal detector. There was no gun. There was nothing there. But because it was a backpack, I couldn't bring it in. So that's why I told them that that's nonsensical. I could understand if it was a small backpack, but it's clear. It's a clear bag. You can see what's in it. That was my issue, and I told them that did not make sense. Same thing with married persons.
We ain't gonna talk about that one.
Mine fit the size, but she said because like in Atlanta, I could take that wristlet in, but in married persons, I couldn't take the wristlet in. And meanwhile, you got people walking right by, and I know for a fact they got a gun in their pocket, but you coming at me by the wristlet, and I know they had a gun in their pocket because I knew they had a gun in the pocket. Because they told me they had a gun in the pocket, but they walked straight on in. And you worried about me.
They didn't see it.
Yeah, it was the bag. The bag was not an issue. Mr. Pollard, I go to on any given weekend, I go to a high school game and I go to a college game. I have no issue getting into a college game with a clear backpack and it's small. I have no issue getting into anybody's college game with that same backpack. I got two. One says Fort Valley State, one says Peach County. I have absolutely no issues with these high schools. The policies they're not concise and they don't make sense. And so that's all I told a lady. Your policies are nonsensical. You really need to think about this. And that's all I said. And after I gave my opinion, you know what I did? I did what they asked me to do. Now Mike and Yo will have you think that I was acting a plum fool, that I was cussing everybody out, that I was ready to fight the cops. That's what they'll have you believe, but that's not what happened. Okay.
Hey, just don't sit with her during a Peach County football game. That's all.
You know what?
On that note,
y'all have a good night. I have enjoyed y'all. And guess what? From now on, I'm gonna sit by myself. And the other person I'm gonna sit with, I sit with Shakira. So both of us, and we too pretty to go to jail. So I don't know what y'all talking about us getting locked up because we don't do that. Well, not no more, right?
Not in my, I'm finna say in my former life, cause baby, don't tell me. Just call the police.
Not now though.
Hold on. the Feisty Bulldog feeling homesick?
No.
Okay, I just
They
want
Not
to
at
gotta have
know.
all.
metal detectors
Not
and
at all.
talk. Exactly, Mr. Pollard. So if you got a metal detector and you know,
A wand and all that stuff. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, just don't come. Well, just don't bring no bag into the onesie.
I know it.
All you need is your phone cash app. You can cash app to get your 10 piece.
That's right. But I thank y'all so very much. We're not going to jail overnight. We are classy ladies, and we know how to act. We just, we are just very strong women. We have strong opinions, and we can tell you off in a way that you're like, well, damn, did she tell me off?
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all now. One, don't go to a Peach County game with Jess. And two, if Shakira asks you to hold her baby, don't do it.
They do us so wrong. And Shakira,
It's
they
okay.
wonder why
That ain't
we
gonna
cheat
stop.
on them. They wonder why we cheat on them.
Exactly. I'm just waiting for
Okay.
this after show call because I need to know what's going on.
Anyway,
Oh, all right. It's 10 o'clock, guys. We enjoyed you, and we'll be back on Friday after the games to kind of talk to y'all. Okay. We love y'all and thank y'all so much for tuning in. And y'all have a good night.
Mo, go on and get it out the
We're
system.
counting you on the clock.
No, you don't.
Oh, okay.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, he might be. You sleep?
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
Mo
go.
sleep. All right. Peace out. See y'all Friday. Later.
I ain't sleep, man.
All right. Y'all have a good night.